I'm sorry, to answer that question with certainty, I would actually have to access the DMV database and run cars associated with you. I can tell you for DMV rules, I cannot do that under these circumstances. So I would not be able to answer that question with 100% accuracy.
Okay, I appreciate that. I don't want to put you on the spot, but with our conversation, so I mentioned to you, did I mention, maybe this, did I mention to you that I don't have any more RVs in the city? Is that correct?
West, can I stop you for a minute? You can have the brief respond, but not asking question at this time, please.
Yes, I just want, did I state that I don't have any more RVs? Is that correct?
No, that's the question. That's the
May
question.
you just
Please
respond to that?
Please, she allowed to have a brief comment. So that's what she asked for, and I allow her to.
Can you speak in it?
A brief comment.
That is correct. You had told me you do not have any more RVs.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so let me go back to one of the lady who moved to the other city. I appreciate that because I agree with you completely. Other city council have decorum, have respect. The mayor defend the council, and everything goes smoothly. I appreciate that. And I talked to city of Garden Grove, the mayor over there, city of Irvine, Fountain Valley. I talked to all their council. They have a decorum. Everything is orderly, and I love that. And that's what I love. And I wish we have it here in Westminster. So I agree with you. I agree with you with that. Okay, so
Please,
Claudia,
Please, no.
I appreciate you coming up. May I speak?
Yes.
Mr. Mayor, thank you. That I went and talked bad about the mayor. I went on namquan station to recap the 8 hours that they dished out me into an hour and a half of what happened, and I haven't even finished the 20 points. So that's what we did. I just recap everything so people don't have to watch the 8 hours. Okay, so Monique Nguyen, when you said that, that, I'm so sorry, let me try to take notes so fast when you're saying, so that I call, Monique, that I call the gang of 3 on namquan Dai. Because the thing is that you guys can see the vote. I don't want to make that statement. If you see they vote together, then that's a new gang of 3. We want transparency. We want independent mind to represent District 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you guys, up to you guys to decide who's the new gang of 3. Now, Terry Raines, I really appreciate you coming and share your concerns. I know you share with so many things in 3 minutes, but when you talk about why I didn't show up to the closed session yesterday, it's because they talk about the state law, reiterating state law that I already know, but those who forgot or don't remember, they can go to that closed session to study on that. Now for the special meeting that the mayor called to revisit 5.2 to censure Councilwoman Amy Fan West, that was in 24 hours, so it was uploaded in 24. I don't have time to change my schedule, nor do I have time to prepare to defend myself. I don't think I have enough time. So today it gives me another hour, another day to prepare. Okay, so the other one, Gail, thank you so much for coming to support. And I always will support our veteran and our Vietnamese community because of the partnership that we have in the Vietnam War. And I will always defend our veteran to the end and the land of the free because of the brave. And I am a constitutionalist, and I will continue to do that. And then Tammy, say resident is a liar. Namquan is not here. So Namquan is not here. I can't speak on his behalf of what he said on the live because I can't speak for him. You have to ask him. Now, when you say I say resident or liar, please verify that. I don't call resident liar. I just address everything to clarify. And then you said that I and Namquan brought it up, the gang of 3. And now it's up to you guys to see who's voting. The 3 vote move everything. So who has the 3 vote? It's up to the public to decide who's the new gang of 3. We want transparency. We want democracy. Okay, so may I finish
Please,
the last one?
order.
Please. Yes, let her finish.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. So regarding DeVore, I know that you want me to look in your face. I did look in your face, but I'm taking notes as well because it is important for me to know what you're saying. So that's why now I can respond back to you. I can't remember all of your guys' comments, so that's why I'm taking notes. Now, when you're talking about religion, and you quote that about the adulteress who basically, Jesus said, who's your accuser? Go and sin no more. I love that verse because it's true. God is gracious. And not only that, God say, who's your accuser? He does it. When whoever throw the first stone,
I don't want to go into the
you throw the
Bible
first
here.
stone. I think that's for each of us to take inventory of our own lives. That's why I don't throw the first stone. I check an inventory of myself. And if you don't think that you are subject to your emotion and your thoughts, and it's okay. And this is what I know for me, Amy Fan West. And I take inventory of my action, my thought, and I will continue to be true to my values and my integrity and my character. If you don't like my character, then that's your opinion, and it's okay.
If there's...
Thank you,
right,
Mr. Mayor.
You. Well, I'll be brief. I will brief because some of the things that you said just now is not reflect of what they were saying. So I have to speak for them. Number one, you said that you don't hear namquan talking about slap or slap on the face and also choking. The video, I mean, she played the script for you.
Yes,
don't
but
you understand?
I can't
Don't you
speak for
understand
him.
Vietnamese?
I can't
It's right
speak for
there.
him.
If you want to, I can ask her to play it again. Okay?
I can't speak. I said I cannot speak on Nam Quang's behalf.
Okay,
I don't know why he say
but
that.
You said that.
I say I don't know why he say that, but I would never say that.
That's the.
Yes.
Okay. The second one is you said. Let's say that you said you are not offended us. You know, right the next day on your Facebook, you came out with the letter. You call all three of us power hunger. You go back your Facebook and read that letter. It's your letter, not anybody else. Okay? All right?
You don't think it's power hunger? Why would you call for this meeting when we have a walk-in item of reconciliation?
I am going to brief. I let you talk about it. Now it's my turn. You said that the Gang of Three, you don't know that. You were on the YouTube with namquan, and you see, if I'm sure that you will take a look at that after that. If you don't know at that time, after that, you would reveal that the three pictures of all the three of us say the Gang of Three. Have you asked namquan?
Because that was true at the beginning.
Okay, right. Okay.
And not anymore.
Now, the open section, 24 hours. Don't even blame on that because stop. The 24 hours that I call for the special meeting is for open section. The closed section have already coordinated with you 21 days ahead of time.
Yes,
Okay?
it's called for reiterate the law of the state of California.
You were not at the closed section.
Yes.
So don't blame on that. Okay, you may.
City Attorney and Christine have addressed us the day before what the closed session would be that discussed. So we told him that we cannot make it the day before because we have a meeting together regarding planning, processing, application for planning. That sometimes it dropped the ball and other people cannot apply and get their project done.
Let me just jump in real quickly just to clarify something because we were doing brief response to public comment, right? So I would just say that can you end that? And then, because now we're really onto the agenda item, which is basically what you're doing. You're discussing.
Now, I just want to respond to you. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
Gail.
And I appreciate that, for the time that, and the effort that you've been fighting for the freedom of Vietnam. And I value that a lot. Just brief for you because you didn't know what happened. I hope that you were at the 50th anniversary, the celebration of 50th anniversary in Anaheim. We all, the council, invited to that. Okay? But then they allow only one person to speak. And I already prepared to go there. She asked me what? I already prepared my speech. Can I talk? Can I speak on your behalf? And I said that, well, I am the mayor, and I'm going there. If I go there and I let you as a youngest or a freshman to represent the city on my behalf, then I'd rather not go. I thought that she understand it. You know what? She asked me, can you stay home? Do you believe that what she did? And she did that. And then also I prepare a certificate of recognition. I asked her to give it to the other two councils, because she already speak on behalf of the city. Give their certificate of recognition to the other two councils so they can share the roles, when I'm not there. She did it all by herself. So this is something that I want to tell you how it's happened to me. So anyway, I don't want to go on because that's good enough.
Rebuttal what you said? Okay, Gail, I will talk to you later. Thank you.
Okay, you can talk to me later. Okay. With that, where are we at this point?
So petty.
Okay, we are going to move. We are going to move on with this item. Yeah. So at this time, I would like to open up for the council question and comments, and then we'll take the action.
I'm sorry?
Mayor, Vice Mayor Ho and Councilmember Menzo, you are the one who opposed, and then we recommend to bring this item back to. So,
Okay. Mayor, I'm sorry. Okay. So, okay. So basically,
Vice Mayor Ho, are you going to talk about this all over again?
Why don't you listen? You might want to listen.
Councilmember Nguyen.
I just asked a question.
Councilmember Nguyen, yes. Because
we are talking about the same topic, and I will say what I want to say. Okay, so I think it's best for you to listen, please. All right. So Amy Fan West has no desire to change. Okay, from the 20 points listed on the censure, I hope you study them and change as recommended by the majority council of this council. But you didn't. We gave you, and as a matter of fact, it was the mayor's generous effort to save you, to give you a chance. You, rather than taking that opportunity to change, to accept your mistakes and begin to change. No, you did not do that. You went out, you went on air, and you blasted us, and also you post on your Facebook. And the mayor already mentioned that. So, misfeasance is the willful, inappropriate action or intentional, incorrect action or advice. Malfeasance is the willful and intentional action that injures a party. Malfeasance is an act of outright sabotage in which one party to a contract commits an act that causes intentional damage. Excessive malfeasance, the fact of someone in a position of authority intentionally doing something dishonest or illegal. These laws were put in place to discourage malfeasance by public officials. I recommend that if any lawsuits arise from those points listed, the 20 points that we spent, yes, we did. We spent 5 hours. As if the day after, 2 days later, not even 2 days, I'd say a day and a half later, the same thing. The ranting, the going on air, bad-mouthing, and the lying and all that started all over again as if we didn't have the 5-hour session. If any lawsuits arise from those points listed in the censure that leads to litigation, if they sue the city, if they name you, Amy Fan West, individually in the lawsuit, you are responsible for attorney's fees for your own defense. If the 20 points are violated, again, it would prove that Ms. Fan West acts with the intent to commit the unlawful act, committing malfeasance, intentionally committing what she knows as wrongful or unlawful, especially by an elected official. If you are sued relating to any of these 20 points, it is the city's intent not to defend you in the lawsuit. Today, I would like to make this as the official statement of the council's intent. The reason we must make it clear to protect our city, again, to protect our city, it is we are to distance the city, this city council, from Amy Fan West's doing. We are calling you out and to let everyone know this is your own doing and not the city's doing. I don't care if you don't want to listen, but we need to take that proper step and move on with the censure. I would also ask the City Council to sanction Ms. Fan West by removing her off of all her boards that she is serving on from now until the end of her term. We, again, need to protect our city from lawsuits and contain the liability, and that is Ms. Amy Fan West. Make Amy Fan West, hold her accountable and liable for her actions, period. I thank you.
Councilmember Menzo.
Thank you, Mayor. I'm not going to try to keep this short. The Vice Mayor already said enough, and the Mayor already made some points. I mean, I'm sure a lot of the community has already seen for a year and a half how my colleague conducts herself. She, claims that a victim. Earlier, she claimed that other cities conduct themselves, in a more professional manner. But the fact of the matter is that what she claims is the violation she commits. It's not normal to, let me backtrack. It's okay for council members to have a disagreement up here in the dais, and I know I voted with her multiple times on different issues that she's brought to the table, which is fine. Sometimes we agree, sometimes we don't. The meeting is over, you move on. It's not normal for after the meeting to go on social media, to go on YouTubes and start bashing her colleagues for not voting in her way. That's the chaos that's created here in this city. And I agree, we need to move forward. We need to get past this. We need to get back to working together, finding a way just to be professional up here, have our conversations, our dialogue. You vote and you move on to the next one. That's what we have to do for the sake of the community. The mayor, his motion to give the council member an opportunity to reconcile and move in a positive direction was, originally I was like, I wasn't too sure then, but let's give her the benefit of the doubt. And my colleague, she had all the control was on her. She had all the power to conduct herself in a manner where come September 11th, the censure wouldn't go through. And it's always on her behavior, her actions going forward. And I was hoping that was the case, so we can just get past this and get back to the business of the community. But unfortunately, that did not happen. And I'm I'm tired of this chaos myself. I have a day job that's pretty stressful, and I have a family, and it's not good for the community. The community, we need to give, but there's a lot of, let me make this point. We have a lot of residents in District 1 who are very concerned about a potential issue that can pretty negatively impact, in their view, their way of life in their community. But here we are dealing with these kind of things where we should be listening to them and acting in their behalf and listening to what they have to say. But here we are again with this topic. But I'll let my colleagues continue with their dialogue, and let's just get past this. We have to do, if we don't act, then we're not listening to the community. If we don't act, then we're doing a disservice to the community by saying that it's okay for us to behave unprofessionally up here, and it's not okay. And if any of us up here acted that way, then I would hope that my colleagues and would also call out that other council member if we were misbehaving that way. So let's just move on and do what we have to do. So thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Councilmember West. Let me make this statement, and then I will come back to you, because I will give you a chance.
Thank you.
Fair that way. I'm sorry to see that, and I didn't have a chance to respond to Councilmember Namquan. As he said that this is a waste of time, he's get up and go. If you were at the meeting yesterday, because of the new thing that added to the list, and I make it very clear to everyone, I want to be fair with the Councilmember West, so that we have to continue this item. Otherwise, we can go ahead and close out yesterday already. But I want to make sure that Councilmember West today to either, I use this exact word, is rebut or defend herself. That's what I used yesterday. So that's the reason why we today, Vice Mayor Ho, want to go over so that Councilmember West, knowing what is going to be, if there is a decision to move forward, what is going to be in the resolution. And that's the reason why I open up for Vice Mayor Ho to speak about the action that she wants to add to the list. Now, with that, I'd like to open up for you to go ahead and respond to this.
Okay. Do you want Ms. Vice Mayor to tell what she added to the list, or?
Oh, she said earlier, if you haven't heard about it, then why don't I ask Vice Mayor Ho, please briefly go over that
if she wants to say it again.
Please.
You already said.
Yeah, so I know.
Yes.
So basically, she wants to remove me and sanction, and then also all the city attorney privilege to be gone. I got it. Okay, so let me, now my turn to rebuttal.
City attorney privilege, what does that mean?
I'll explain. Thank you. I'll explain. May I explain?
No,
It's my turn. May I rebuttal?
No, I just want to make sure you heard it right.
I will, yeah. Okay, so let me address Ms. Vice Mayor Ho. Okay, so no desire to change the 20 points. That's your accusation of me, to change and basically accept my wrongdoing. The thing is that it comes across as silencing my free speech. I mean, the change, it seems like if the lawsuit, the censuring, if I look at it, I'm going to briefly make the statement, okay? It says, Amy leaving the dais, texting, speaking, allocating with speakers, disruptive, leaving the council meeting. Maybe I need to use the bathroom. And as a woman, I know I'll use the bathroom longer than most of you guys. And as a woman, I'm not in menopause. Of course, once a month we have our issue. I might go longer than most guys, and it's okay. That's normal. And texting is fine. So if you say I violate any of those 20 points, I guess my question is how the city attorney and staff manage of that liability. I mean, all of you guys take a bathroom break, leave the dais, text message. So does it mean that go across the board of all of us, or just silencing me, targeting only me, the voice of District 1? That's unacceptable. I mean, all of us, when we're elected on the council, all of us get the city attorney privilege to protect across the board each of the council, because we are elected in different districts. And we have that city attorney privilege to protect us and protect us help us against lawsuit to the city. So therefore, when you take that away, how are you going to manage? I guess that's more of the city attorney answer. A question for you, if you can give me an answer later, Mr. City Attorney. My question is, how do we go about, how would it look? How would it look realistically? How would you manage that? Okay, how would you manage that if I violate, text messaging, if I violate leaving the dais to use a bathroom? How do you guys monitor that if there's a lawsuit, someone sue me, I left to the bathroom break? How does that look practically? Because that's one of the 20 points accusation.
Can I briefly respond? Let me just. So go ahead. Yeah, what I heard was that you were expressing an intent that if a lawsuit arose in the future, now you can't make that decision now. On this 20 points, yeah. You would ultimately, the decision itself to not defend you would have to be made at the time of a lawsuit was actually filed. So there's no lawsuit right now. But what I heard was that if a lawsuit arose, the council would be expressing an intent not to defend you if you were individually named, not the city. Of course, the city would have to be defended. Mm-hmm. But oftentimes lawsuits are filed where the city's named as a defendant, and sometimes a council member is named because of actions that they did. So what I heard was that expressing an intent that if something arose that was a lawsuit related to the 20 points in the censure, that the council at this time is expressing an intent, assuming this was adopted, that they would not defend you individually in that lawsuit, because they're essentially saying, well, we warned you, don't do this kind of activity, and if a lawsuit results, we're not going to defend you in it. That's essentially what she's saying. I don't think she's not saying we would not be able to communicate, because that's really important that we continue to do that so that I can advise what not to do or things of that nature, conflicts. This has to do with if a lawsuit is filed in the future. At least that's what I was hearing.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is that how would you monitor that? So what I'm understanding is any lawsuit that address Councilwoman Amy Fan West from violating, she leaves the bathroom too much, or she doesn't look at the resident's face, then basically if someone complain and file that lawsuit. It
doesn't apply to that.
No.
Because
it doesn't apply to that at all.
It says that I broke the code of ethics of not looking at the speakers.
So what's being discussed right now, if it's okay, is a resolution of censure, which has been stated, is really a resolution expressing dissatisfaction with your actions and such.
I understand
and that's really
that.
all
I'm talking
it is.
about the last added yesterday, which is her addition of not letting me have city attorney protection because of all of this 20 accusation. Okay, so how would you monitor that? Because I want to know.
It would only arise.
How would that look?
If it's okay, it would only arise if a lawsuit was filed, and at that point, the council would talk about it and say that you were named individually in this lawsuit, and we don't feel that the city is responsible for this, and we're not going to defend you. That's what they're saying. It would only arise in that.
May I give you an example? May I just give you an example to kind of give you an idea? No, let me just give an example.
No, because I'm asking the city attorney. I want to make sure, because he's attorney, I want to make sure we're in line with, liability and law. So what you're saying is that, say, any of this 20 points, someone file a complaint, like a lawsuit, naming me, Amy specifically, just choose one, okay? Go on social media or go on television accusing staff okay, or accusing the council, defamation, whatever they want to say. So then, therefore, you guys, so if it's on this 20 list, you're saying that you guys cannot defend me?
Right.
That's exactly right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So then basically, okay, so then you see how ridiculous the
No, it is not
I'm talking
ridiculous.
to city attorney because I want to follow law. So city attorney, we hire you for law. So for example, violation A, code of ethics, leaving the dais, say someone file in my name saying she left the dais too often.
No.
That's in the dais.
Wes, can I jump in?
And so therefore, you guys are not going to defend me. Let me defend myself, put my money out to defend this lawsuit that I left the dais too often. Is that correct, city attorney? No, I just want to know law.
Respond to what you just said, okay?
I'm asking for law. I want legal advice law, so that way I don't violate, okay? I want to make sure. That's why we hired the city attorneys for that. City attorney, please answer me. If, say, there was a lawsuit coming toward me, naming me, violation of code ethics section 2A, 2C, 2E, leaving the dais, texting, arguing, and verbally allocation with speakers. Say that, okay? Now what's going to happen?
First of all, most of those things would not be actionable. Someone couldn't file a lawsuit on most of those types of things. But if it was, say, a defamation type
So that's why then you can't say the 20 points. That's stupid. Why don't you guys say those points of what?
Let me respond to you. The example,
I mean, this is ridiculous.
The example that you gave earlier, you said that if you accuse or you talk accusation about to staff. And staff, if you make accusation is not true, they can sue you back.
Oh, I know that. That's the law. But the thing is that I go on social media, I present facts. So why didn't staff sue me yet? Because they can't. It's not legal. It's not valid in court of law. So therefore, I went on television because they asked me to go and talk about council stuff. So I presented facts. If it's facts, people cannot sue you. I have text message with staff, and this is facts. So go ahead, staff. If you want staff to sue me, go ahead, sue me.
I really think that's inappropriate. Can we just leave staff out of this?
Charlie, no. Then staff can sue. Go ahead.
Okay. You can't, if I may, can't antagonize staff about this. If it's among the council, please, can you just fight amongst the council?
Well, please. You brought up staff. So
you brought it.
You say if I talk bad, staff can sue me. I understand that. If I talk something falsely, yes, staff can sue me. Anyone can sue me if I defamate. But the thing is that I didn't. I present facts. And that's all I do because I know the law. We cannot talk anything of opinion. Opinion's opinion. That's why with namquan, whatever he states, I cannot speak on his behalf. That's his. I'm Amy Fan West. That's namquan. I cannot speak on his behalf. Whatever he does, whatever he say is up to him. You have to ask him. Don't ask me. I can't defend him.
Yeah, that's correct. Ask me.
Can I say something real quick?
Yes.
So may I finish?
How much longer than you want to take?
I guess I'm on the juror, right? In a way of, on the, basically I have to defend myself, right? Rebuttal. So may I finish?
Real quick.
Mr. Mayor, if the majority of the council accuse Amy Fan West for 22 items.
Then I have to
you
defend
have to let her defend herself.
Sometime in court, different lawsuits takes months and years.
Okay. So please.
Okay, I'm listening.
Okay, go ahead.
May I finish defending myself? Thank you. Okay, so let me go back to this. So Council Member Ho talked about that, so let me address that and finish her accusation of me so you guys know.
All right.
Okay, so she said city have to distance from Councilwoman Amy Fan West. That come across as bias, come across as discrimination. I mean, yes, you guys have the majority. You guys can do whatever you want. You can vote whatever you want. But your vote will, tonight, everyone's looking. It will reflect on your election, Kimberly Ho and Monzo this November. So whatever you guys do, people see it. If you guys are unjust, unfair, because now you guys have the majority, you can censure me on item that is unfair, unjust, and there's no legal ground. I mean, I talked to a few of my friends who are attorney in Newport Beach. They look at this accusation and they laugh because they say all of this would not stick in the court of law. None of it would stick. This is just pettiness and waste of time and city resources. If they have some, this is what they said to me. If they have some, disagreement with you and don't like how you do, they should take you aside and talk to you privately. That is what I expect. You guys never took me aside and talked to me about your concern. You just put on here to censure because you have the majority. I know what you guys will do. You guys have the majority. You guys can do whatever you want. I can't change that until the next election. But the thing is that's up to you guys. But the people is looking at your decision tonight. Okay, so now let me address Mr. Monzo. I guess you say I claim as a victim, city more professional. The thing is that my actions, I guess my question to you is, you said that I claim as a victim. So what have I done even today that's unprofessional? Maybe things I do you don't like, and it's okay. That you're subject to your opinion and your feelings. I'm not here to change that. I accept your opinion and I accept your feelings, whatever you think. But that doesn't change the fact of black and white. Black and white on here, it's just, that's why I say my attorney, lawyer friends look at this and they say, even dare you to sue me in the court of law, it wouldn't even stick. Okay, it wouldn't even stick. And so the thing is that you guys throw anything up here to see what stick on the wall, to discredit me, make me look bad in front of my voters. But you know what? I have brought before to all of you guys in the last 8 hours on June 12th, you guys berated me in front of my kids who willingly come out for 8 hours to watch you guys berate their mom. And the thing is that you didn't apologize of what you did wrong, but the very thing you accuse me of, you do. You do. You walk off the dais many times. You saw today, the mayor, everyone, you guys go to the bathroom, go back to eat, or go back to take coffee break. That's normal. Normal. All of that is normal. Nothing is illegal about it. It's just you guys don't like me. It's okay. And, but if you don't like me, I would love to work with you guys. But, many of our colleagues, council from other city and mayor, that mutual friends have told me that Ms. Vice Mayor Kimberly, you don't want to sit down with me. I beg him to be the mediator, so in that way we can talk. I'm willing to do that, but you don't want to. You told him straight out.
Councilmember West,
and
if
so
I can,
may I finish?
No. Let me go and state this, okay? We have gone through this 5 hours on June 12th already.
We did.
Okay?
Yes,
we are
and
not
you brought it up
back,
again.
We are not going back on that anymore. The things that you can comment on today is the thing that she
said, yes, absolutely.
But you are not going back all the 20 items and going.
No. I'm coming back on her item. I took notes, Mr. Mayor. So now I finished. Now I'm going to Mr. Monzo. Okay. So going on Vietnamese television, radio to speak bad about you, that's what you said. So I did not. Let me repeat again with namquan as my witness. We went on there for an hour and a half, recap of the 8 hours agenda, what happened. That's it. For people brief, like a cliff note. What's wrong with that? Can we have cliff notes? And that's what we presented. That's it. And whatever he said is on him, not me. You asked him what he say. Okay, so another thing. So the other thing is you want to silence my voice because you don't want... Mr. Mayor, may I finish? I just feel like they keep interrupting.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Please. Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. So basically, when you don't want me to go on Vietnamese television because they want to ask about the city issue, you're trying to silence my voice. That's the First Amendment. If you value the Constitution, you should allow people to speak. However, that's why where I fled from, communist country, which a lot of residents here understand.
No. If you have to go back there.
I am addressing he wouldn't let me go speak. Okay, and that's what I'm telling him. This is a democracy. So that's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. It's a democracy. Let's act like one. It's not a communist country. Okay, fourth, power to control my behavior and character. That's what you mentioned, that I have the power to do that. Absolutely. Absolutely. I have the power to control my behavior, my character. And so far, the people can be the witness who's watching this. They can see what my character is like. So it's up to them, up to you. I have that control, and that's correct. And then it looks like you and a few residents here have a narrative that you've been spewing about me since day one, since I got elected. And you just see, the longer you spew, you hope that it will stick. And it's unfortunately, that's what you're doing when you are telling me that, this is who Amy is, who will never change. But the thing is that my character is my character. My integrity is my integrity. You just don't like who I am, and it's okay. It's your opinion. So that's fine.
Okay, go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Okay, so let me read regarding the character that you mentioned. One of the residents in District 1 with his 5 family members, he wrote this regarding character that Mr. Menzo mentioned. To the mayor and council regarding revisiting item 5.2 on the agenda to censure Councilwoman Amy Fan West. A few weeks ago, I took the time to watch the entire meeting online throughout the meeting. I patiently waited for the undeniable evidence that would justify censuring Councilwoman Amy Fan West, thus leaving no doubt that the council action, the 3 of you guys, were necessary. Unfortunately, there was no such evidence, none whatsoever. After watching the entire public forum, I noticed a consistent message from the proponent to silence Councilwoman West. A similar message level of hostility and personal insults with a select group of Westminster residents toward Councilwoman Amy Fan West has been publicly displayed since she was sworn in a year and a half ago. I found many of these tactics so distasteful that I met with Mayor Nguyen last November to voice my concerns. While I wouldn't discuss the detail of the private meeting here, it is no secret that Councilwoman Amy Fan West have been the target of malicious attacks. Instead of the council producing a smoking gun from the 5.2 agenda to censure Councilwoman Amy Fan West, we got a clear view of the smoke and mirror tactic of the 5.2 agenda. This is an agenda that began the day she was sworn in. Councilwoman Amy Fan West has fulfilled her duties to her District 1 and the City of Westminster. Moving forward with this political stunt sets a precedent that will only create more gridlock that we, the resident, cannot afford to endure as a city. Thank you for your time and consideration, Council Mayor. Please vote no to censure Councilwoman Amy Fan West. Sincerely, John, a resident of District 1 and 5 other family members. That's what he wrote regarding character. Right. Okay, the next one, Mr. Monzo say, your action tonight is, okay, so basically I want to say that whatever you guys decide, Mr. Monzo, your vote, your election is November, and you're in District 2. People will see what you're doing, if you're fair, if you're just. I just feel like Mr. Mayor and Kimberly's dragging you into this. I know that you're a good guy. You want to do well for the resident, to be honest with you. You want to do well for the resident. And I just feel like you're dragging to this. And then your election is this November. Like, make a decision to show the public.
Thank
you know what I mean?
Are you done?
No, now I'm going to what you stated, so I can rebuttal. Remember? You want me to rebuttal. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, I'm talking to her right now. Yeah.
They're speaking. Yeah, they keep interrupting. Okay, thank you, Mr. Mayor. Okay, so Mr. Mayor, you said namquan his statement earlier. I don't know, whatever you want to address him, you can, but I don't know.
He will have his chance.
So, and then the next one, you say new things added to the council last night. Yes, I understand that. I watched it this morning. And yes, I know what was added. And so that's why I talked to the city attorney to see if he can do a research of other nearby censuring, if there's any process like that of basically removing the ability of attorney privilege of protection of the council member. Have you witnessed and see any of that around the censuring in NHemNG to, the lady in Cyprus or whatever? Have you seen any around Orange County that they go to this far extent of taking a council attorney protection and privilege away from that council member?
You said that you're addressing my comment.
I know you said that.
I didn't say that.
You
I
said
have not
they
said
added
anything about censoring you, okay?
No, you said they added new thing because you didn't come yesterday.
Oh,
That's
yes.
what you told me. So I say, okay, the new thing is that. So I'm asking city attorney, have you seen any city nearby with the censoring if they added to this extent? Have you seen it, Mr. City Attorney?
No, I have not. No.
Okay, and then is it even legal for the council to vote to move forward with this? Is this even legal ground for the city?
If a lawsuit is filed and if it names an individual council member, the council would make a decision at that time, depending on the situation. And if the situation is such that the council doesn't feel that this is an action of the city, they could make a decision not to defend the individual. They would have to defend the city.
Let me,
All right,
hold on. Let me respond to that. I appreciate that you're trying to explain it to us. But we have the policy for sanction. Did you read that? That's what did they say in the policy for sanction?
Can you read word by word?
In the policy on sanctions,
yes.
It refers to the possibility. Now, you have censure and then you have sanctions. Sanctions.
Right, sanction I'm talking about.
Yeah, the sanctions deal with removal from city boards and
That's right.
that sort of thing.
That's what
fine.
I'm talking about.
Yeah, but he's talking about the attorney protection. So basically, you're removing me. That's what's added with Vice Mayor Kimberly yesterday night. She added that extra to it. She wants to...
Mr. Mayor, can I ask the city attorney a question?
No, it would be your turn. Let her finish.
Yeah, let me finish. Thank you. So, city attorney, so you answered to me. I guess you answered that you haven't seen to this extent yet with the censure in Orange County at any city, right? Is that correct? I'm confirming.
Yeah.
To that extent.
I haven't seen this in a censure resolution, but...
Yes, okay, to remove the let me rephrase it, to remove the council from the attorney privilege of protection, defendant. Now, I know, city attorney, we have the normal law that if it's personal, say I got in a car accident and you guys are not going to defend me. That's rightly so. You guys shouldn't because it's my personal car accident, right? Then I should have my own attorney and file the paperwork normally. That's correct. We have that in every city. Now, when she is taking to the next level, Vice Mayor, of saying that any of this 20 item, if I was, this is all political, so if I hated a council member, you know what I would do? I would file a claim in the name of Councilwoman Amy Fan West and say, you know what? She break this law of falsely going on social media and talk about staff or council. But the thing is that you didn't even know, when I speak in Vietnamese, if I actually say bad things about the council or the staff. So you have to vet that, right? Or there a process of that, right? And like I said, I'm going to always present facts on social media and on television when they ask. An opinion, I would say, this is my personal opinion. That's what I always say. Now, how would you process that? Say, I went on social media and someone put a claim in my name saying Councilwoman went on namquan show and just said bad thing about the council, Mayor CHHO I. So now how would you monitor that? How would that process work? Because I still don't see and understand
on
that,
what language
Mr.
or
City Attorney.
how you present it. That's when is the matter.
I want legally, because I want it in black and white. So in that way, I know the law. If I violate it, you guys know, staff knows what to do to me. Okay? So that's what I want to know. City Attorney, may you answer?
I can't address a specific situation because it could be any lawsuit for any number of reasons. So you'd have to look at it at the time. And I think you used a good example, a private auto accident. Mm-hmm. Clearly, that's your responsibility, exactly. Right? So if a lawsuit were filed naming you, the key here is it involving city business in your role as a council member, that sort of thing. And so an individual decision would have to be made at that time based on the facts. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay, so then, as we know, this, whatever you want to say, this group of majority is going to do everything to censure me, and that's fine. You know, whatever you guys want, or to take my city attorney privilege away. And as you say, city attorney, that never happened in any censuring throughout the city of Westminster. You never. How long have you been a city attorney?
You can ask for question, but
yes,
please don't.
I'm asking,
don't
city attorney. How long have you been a city attorney?
I've been practicing municipal law 24 and a half
24 years, and you haven't seen any of this. So let me ask you, city attorney. So this is a new level of targeting a council member. Is that correct?
You can't answer.
You can ask the question.
Let him answer.
No.
I'm asking him a question because I want to know.
Anyone on spot for things that is not happening yet. So that's.
I'm trying to understand the law, and I want it black and white so staff know the direction, because we have to give staff direction, right? Is that correct, Mr. Mayor?
No. But
yes.
If you go into the details, which is not happening yet, we don't know what is happening right now.
But we give an example, because I need to see how you guys gonna, basically, how is this gonna be implemented? I honestly want to know, because it's coming to ridiculous. I don't even know.
We'll determine at the time. And if you don't think it's right, then you can sue it back. Okay?
So then you guys will be liable of lawsuit. Is that what you're trying to say?
I mean, if you don't think it's right, okay? Anyone can have a lawsuit.
Because don't I have the right to ask how this is implemented? If you guys going to do this to me,
Mr. Mayor,
taking my city attorney privilege away.
have the right to ask.
Well,
yeah.
The way she asks is differently than she stated it.
No, I say how would it be implemented? Because I need to know.
I don't see anything wrong with that.
If you're going to remove
how much more that you going on this?
I mean, don't I have the right?
How much more that you're going on this? I give you 5 more minutes, please.
Mr. No, Mayor. You cannot do that. Okay. 5 minutes because it doesn't make sense.
When Kimberly is talking and when Carlos Mensa is talking.
How long she take it already?
You know what? This is not a communist country.
This is not fair.
You can't silence my voice.
This is not fair.
It's not fair. It's not democracy.
So when one of your members is talking and then you let them talk forever.
No.
Yes, you did.
Yes.
Let me.
You did.
No. Okay.
You did last time.
And you want to censure me tonight. Yeah. You want to sanction me, and you want to take my city attorney privilege away. I have every right to ask the question how it's going to be implemented.
Yes. Let me say it first. Let me say it, and I will turn it back on. I am saying that. Hold on. It's my time.
That's the way you do it.
I do it. Okay. Right now, I want to mute so that I can talk to you because you are not going to listen. Okay. I am going to give you another 5 minutes to go ahead and conclude yours. Okay. And then, no. Hold on. See, you're still talking over me. Let me finish, and I will turn it back on. I ask you if I can give you 5 more minutes to go ahead and finish your portion so that I can invite him, because he has not got the chance to talk about it. Okay? You have, doesn't matter. Okay? Doesn't matter. we have to be fair to each other. So I give you 5 more minutes to go ahead and finish that. And so.
Putting on the stand, me on the stand, District 1 on the stand. You're putting District 1 on censure. You're putting District 1 on sanction. You're putting District 1 on removing my city attorney privileges of protection. I mean, you are silencing the voice of District 1, so I have every right to defend myself and defend District 1 that voted for me. The people have the right, 2.5 more years, they can vote me out if they don't like me. But the majority voted me in. I have to represent their voice until they don't want me anymore. So that's what I'm doing. You cannot silence. So when you sanction me, you censure me, I have the right to defend myself. In the court of law, sometimes the case takes months and years. You have to let them defend themselves as long as possible. That is not right for you to do that.
Councilmember West, I didn't silence you all this time. I just silent you so that I can get.
No, I'm talking about you allow me 5 more minutes.
No,
you don't allow me 5 more minutes.
Okay.
You don't allow the resident of District 1 just 5 more minutes to defend themselves.
You know what?
When their representative is being censured, removed from committee, and removed from city attorney privileges.
If there's a motion.
What the heck?
Yeah, this is ridiculous.
Okay,
Mr.
that's
Mayor.
okay. It's ridiculous.
I know you guys going to do what you do tonight.
Yeah, you should let her you should let her defend herself.
Yeah, let me defend myself. I'm defending District 1.
You guys just go ahead, accuse her of
I want to take a 5-minute recess.
Do the wrong thing, and then you don't let her to defend herself. Come on.
Please. I would like to reconvene the City Council meeting for open session for special meeting. And roll call, please.
Mayor Nguyen?
I'm here.
Vice Mayor Ho?
Here.
Councilwoman Fan West?
Fan West here. Thank you.
Councilmember Monzo?
Here.
Councilmember Nguyen?
I'm here.
Mayor, you have a quorum with all members present.
Thank you very much. And it is 10 o'clock right now, and I would like to move to extend the meeting hours. Okay, motion and second on the floor.
Thank you. I have a motion made by Mayor Nguyen, a second made by Councilwoman Fan West. This is to extend the meeting past 10 p.m. per city policy. I'll go to call roll. Councilwoman Fan West?
Fan West, yes.
Councilmember Monzo?
Yes.
Councilmember Nguyen?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Ho?
Yes.
Mayor Nguyen?
Yes.
Motion carried 5-0.
Okay. Before I can namquan recognize Councilmember Nguyen, let me go ahead and make it clear to you again. I did not intend to silence you. All I want is I want to make sure that I get your buy-in of what I'm about to ask you. I would like to ask you if you can go ahead and go on for another 5 minutes and then yield that to Councilmember namquan. Whether he wants it or not, I want to be fair to have him to get a chance. If he doesn't want to, he can yield that time back to you or to the council. So that's the reason why I want to talk to you, but you continue to go on. Therefore, I have to silence you so that I can make it my point. Okay?
Mr. Mayor, right. I appreciate you want to be fair.
Now, at this time, I would like to recognize Councilmember Nguyen.
But I haven't finished.
Councilmember Nguyen.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Mayor. Okay, we're going to go back to you later.
Thank you.
Okay, after my speech here. Okay, before I talk about my because actually, like, before I state my opinion, I'm going to read the letter that's sent to my mailbox in regard of this issue. This is from Rob Johnson. Council members Kimberly Hose and Carlos Manso are the one violating the code of ethics by knowing making false statements about Councilwoman Amy Fan West. First, the whole Manzo's written list of accusations that the city attorney and city manager approved included a false claim that council member West did the following, quote, accusing staff of taking bribe for special treatment, end quote. Councilwoman West never said the word, open quote, bribe, end quote, and never made such an accusation about staff. Bribery is a quid pro quo between an official and another person that the official engaged in actions in exchange for financial or other consideration. Since Councilwoman West never used the word bribe and never made such an accusation of staff, it is the whole /Manzo team who have violated the city's code of ethics of false accusations. Number 2, the whole Manzo's written list of accusations includes a false claim that Councilmember West knowingly submitted a false police report pertaining to the Councilmember Carlos misorganized Manzo's harassment and physical intimidation of Councilmember West. The whole Manzo team claimed that Councilmember West did not have a good faith belief in her accusations against Councilmember Carlos misogynist Manzo. Any rational review of city's video clearly shows the following about the man's planners Manzo. 6 foot, 2 inch Manzo towering over the 5 foot height, petite Councilwoman Fan West. Manzo blocking Councilmember West from leaving the dais. Manzo stepping closer to get in West's face. Manzo attempting to demean Councilmember West by stating her parents would be ashamed of her. Based on the video and testimony of Councilmember West, it is clear that Councilmember West had a reasonable and good faith belief in the accuracy of her statements in the police report. Since Councilmember West had a good faith belief of her statements, the police report was not found false. The whole Manzo's written list of accusations includes a false claim against Councilmember West, which violates the city's code of ethics. Okay, that's one of the email that was sent to my mailbox. And there's a lot more, but I don't want to waste your time. I just go back to my note here. Okay, first of all, I want to ask the city attorney that how is it possible that the majority come up with a list of rules or policy that just apply to a certain council member? In this case, is Councilwoman Fan West. So, if in the future, other council member that violate that 20 points that Vice Mayor Ho brought up, and then how the city going to defend that council members? That's a question for you first.
The resolution of censure is merely a statement. It's not an action. So what was being talked about tonight is not removing anything, really. It's just a statement of disapproval, statement of their dissatisfaction with actions. It's really all it is. It doesn't have a sanction to it. The sanction issue of removal from boards, that's something that could be done, but direction would have to be provided to come back.
The added from Vice Mayor that added yesterday.
Yeah, again, it's a statement. It's just a statement of intent. It's not actual action, okay? Same with the issue of the defending in a lawsuit. We have no lawsuit to act on, so there can't be any action. What we're talking about tonight is a resolution of censure, which is a statement of disapproval and a repudiation of actions that they believe were incorrect or bad or inappropriate. Okay. So that's all we're talking about is a.
But we need to know how's it implemented.
Councilmember West,
there's no implementation of it.
Let Councilman continue.
Okay, let me make it clear. So everything that Councilmember Hall said earlier about not defend Councilmember West, is that possible?
Again, tonight is really just an expression of intent. If a lawsuit is filed in the future and that comes to the city council, then the council would look at the facts of that situation and then make a decision as to whether or not a defense would be mounted or not.
Okay, let's go back to my earlier question then. I want to make it clear again. So just in case that, I mean if this majority of the council going to pass the resolution tonight with the edit from the council member Hall, then that rules going to apply solely to the council member West, not the entire, not the rest of the council, right?
Yeah, a resolution of censure is directed at Councilmember West, so it's an expression that specific issues they're disapproving of them, and declaring their intent.
All right. Thank you, City Attorney. All right. If you want to hear about my opinion, okay, let me tell you this. The way that I see this, the whole thing, 5 hours, almost 6 hours that, debating, fighting each other is a waste of time. And then yesterday, another special meeting over this thing. And now it's dragged on to this and to today. And all I think of is this is a political revenge that Councilmember Hall and Councilmember Manzo put on, Councilwoman from West. I can say that's my opinion, and nobody going to take that away from me. That's my, that the Constitution, guarantee me that. And one of the reasons that we came up with conciliation and moving forward is we want to heal the wound that opened up by Councilmember Manzo and Councilmember Ho, who is the ones that doing this to the former Mayor Chita and the then, Vice Mayor Charlie. And we don't want that to keep on going. We just want us, this council members' body, this council body, to work with each other and moving forward. And then you guys don't allow it for us to walk on. Okay? I just say it from my heart. And you guys like something going on in your minds, and then you guys just don't realize the truth. Think about the good thing. Think about the bigger picture. moving the city forward. That's all we want. That's all I want. Other than that, this council member infighting will get on forever until the new council members came in this November. I just don't want this. We waste time of staff. We waste our staff time, the PD's time, our times, and the residents' time. I want it to stop here. And as I said before, if you want to fight, then nobody going to benefit from fighting. And for the last time, I sincerely ask you guys to consider this. Other than that, nobody going to win. Are you back?
Okay, thank you very much, Councilman Nguyen. Now it's my turn. I haven't got a chance. Okay, Councilman Nguyen, I totally agree with you. That's the reason why we have 3 months for her to work, to change her behavior, to work with us. We allow 3 months.
September. It's not September yet. September 11th. It's 3 months.
Hold on. Please, let me finish, okay? Let me finish.
You're going to censure me tonight. That's why.
I don't.
You're not going to give me 3 months.
Doesn't matter. It's my turn, please.
Yes, Mr. Mayor.
If you and her wasn't go on, if she didn't put out the letter on her Facebook condemning us, and if you and her wasn't go on to your YouTube and said the gang of 3, and then all what you said, what you said in there. There shouldn't be any meeting today. We will wait until September 11. And September 11, when the September 11 came, if she behaved herself, it might gone away. That's what the intent. But so what? Right the next day, she came out with a letter, put on her Facebook, condemning the 3 of us. And you and her are going on YouTube again. So with that, I don't think that she is remorse of herself, being better of herself, and she is continue to behave the way she behaved. We want to move on. How can we move on when you actually said that we'll come back with another 3 or 4 more of your YouTube? You did once that we can't even stand it. Now you say that you are going to continue that 3 or 4 more times. You said that if you go back to your YouTube and you will see it. I have tried to convince the other 2 council, and I take I took full responsibility for that. I didn't think that they agree with me, but they did. They did agree with me, and she is not. She's just been warning, if you will. She's just been warning. So if she's saying, and she said on that day, Mayor, you are reasonable. She said that. So I know I'm reasonable. I wasn't wrong. She agreed with me on that. So I stick my neck out for her. But because of you guys, what you guys did, I can't stand it anymore. Because I can't stand this until the September 11. So with that, like I said, I took full responsibility. That's why I moved this meeting so that we can talk about it. And at this time, I think that we have talked enough of the items. I move to approve.
Mr. Mayor?
No, hold on. I move to approve this item to censor and move this item to August the 14th. of next month. Yes, you are not allowed to talk right now. Okay, this is the council. This is a time for the council to deliberate. Please, I ask you to refrain from saying anything. Okay, and that's my motion.
So, Mr. Mayor, I don't understand.
Is there a second to it?
What about the additional information?
That's included in there.
Yes,
Everything
thank you.
included.
Thank you. And then the sanction, and that's approved, and that's included, then I second.
As I mentioned before, the sanction would be direction to come back with an item on the agenda related to removal from boards. Is that what you're talking about?
Right.
Yeah, okay.
That's a separate item that'll come back.
Yes,
okay.
right.
Yes, so I second.
So there is a motion and second. Is there a substitute motion?
First, I want to understand what's the motion, City Attorney. Can you repeat the motion, so I understand?
Well, as I understand it, it would be directing staff to move forward with the preparation of a resolution of censure, as was indicated at the last council meeting, not the one yesterday, but the prior one to that, and to bring it forward on, I think it's August 14th.
Okay.
And that adding to the resolution of censure, these were issues not mentioned previously, that that they would come back, first of all, come back with an item on a future agenda to discuss the removal of Amy Fan West, Councilwoman Amy Fan West from outside boards until the end of her term. And also adding an item related to a statement of intent that if Councilwoman West is individually named in any lawsuit that may arise, which is directly related to the 20 points of concern, which are the subject of the censure, the 20 points that the council expresses an intent that she to not defend her in that lawsuit. Again, as I mentioned before, that decision can't be made now. It would have to be made if a lawsuit was actually filed. And in that situation, Councilmember West may be responsible for her own attorney's fees and costs. I think that encompasses.
City Attorney? City Attorney?
Yes.
I just want to make sure that the community is clear, and I want to make sure that this gets out in the public. This has nothing to do with the everyday work of the council member. This has nothing to do with that, because I don't want that to be conflated, that you're removing your ability to have the city attorney work with you with answering any legal questions on the everyday business. So I want to make sure that's clear out there. This has nothing to do with that. This has to do with the items you just mentioned.
If I can clarify on the motion, City Attorney said outside boards, but I read over my notes that you said committees and boards.
Yeah, like
what was
water, vector.
Committees as inside the city of Westminster within our...
Like homeless ad hoc committee.
Right.
Ad hoc.
Any committees that she's on, if she's on any.
And the maker of the motion, the mayor?
Yes.
You're okay with that?
Yes,
All right.
I'm okay with that.
Okay, I substitute motion to basically moving forward and to reconciliation and to drop the 5.2, because it does not help our city move forward. And then we have to waste city time and money to censure someone when we already went through this a long time. So my substitute motion is to move the city forward. Reconciliation, meaning meeting behind closed door. You tell me, through mentorship or whatever you want to say it, or counseling, or take time to talk out what's happening and what is offensive, and we can work it internally, because this look to the public that we can't even handle our own inside business among the council. So that's kind of embarrassing.
Okay,
But my substitute motion
yes.
is to basically move the city forward, reconciliation, work this out behind closed door, and help move the city forward, drop 5.2. Do I have a second?
Is there a second to it?
You got mistake.
Okay. All right.
Second.
We have the motion, substitute motion. Please call a roll call.
Thank you, Mayor. I have a substitute motion made by Councilmember Fan West and seconded by Councilmember Nguyen. This is to move the city forward and reconcile and take no action on the censure against Councilwoman Fan West. I'll go ahead and move to roll call. Councilwoman Fan West?
Yes.
Councilmember Monzo?
Just for the record, we already had that prior. It was 3 months that we could have had no censure, but obviously that was not the case. So for this vote, it's
You just
a
brought
no.
it on June 12th. That's not 3 months.
No.
That's a lie.
Thank you. Councilmember Nguyen?
Wow.
I will just yes.
Vice Mayor Ho?
Okay, I'm listening to Ms. West, and she's saying it's a lie. And
Yes, it's not 3 months.
No,
You brought it on June 12th. Tell me, when's June 12th? Today
Okay,
is June
no. What he's
26th.
trying to say is that on June 12th, we were giving you 3 months, but immediately, a day and a half later, you went back on air and just went back your old ways. No.
We recap.
And
Why
so
don't
that you
listen
did not help
clearly?
yourself.
That's your opinion.
No, it's
Yeah,
not
that's
an
your
opinion, it's a fact.
It's recap.
And then you posted.
We know what we did.
You know what you
We
did,
know
and if
what
you're
we
going to
did.
still fight, and that's the whole reason why you're being censured.
No, that's the reason
So the
why
answer is
you're
no.
treating
Councilmember
your elected
West,
official
you have
and
your
demeaning.
chance. Now her vote. Let her express her opinion. Vice Mayor Ho.
I vote no.
Mayor Nguyen?
Okay. I would say yes if I didn't see the letter. I didn't see what happened because I'm trying. I already tried my best to see if we can work together. But since, just a day after, you did the things that we can't, you came out with the letter condemning us. You go on air and attacking us. And you continue, it's not you, but I know that Councilmember Nguyen said, we'll continue for another 3 times. I can't take that anymore. I can't take that anymore. So if you're telling me that you are going to
Because you want to silence my voice.
Now, I don't believe so. I don't believe so. I lost my trust in you.
You want to silence my voice.
I lost my trust in you. So my vote
I
is
understand.
no.
You want to silence
Then
me.
go
It's
back,
okay.
go back to
It's
the
okay.
original, please.
So the substitute motion failed 2-3. The original motion was moved by Mayor Nguyen, seconded by Vice Mayor Ho, as stated by the city attorney. It was to direct staff to prepare a resolution to censure Councilwoman Fan West as amended, bring the item to the August 14th meeting, and bring an item on a future agenda to discuss the removal of Councilwoman Fan West on outside boards and committees until the end of her term, and then organize a statement of intent as stated by the city attorney. I'll go to call roll for the original motion. Councilwoman Fan West?
No.
Councilmember Monzo?
Yes.
Councilmember Nguyen?
No.
Vice Mayor Ho?
Yes, and I would like to ask staff to produce the draft of both items by mid-July, please, so I may review before the August meeting.
Do we have to vote for that?
No,
Okay.
Or maybe, if you would like to, like a week before would be fine. Or, no week, 10 days.
We'll do our best.
Because you can't just bring it on that day or 3 days or 4. It's going to be hard for us to make any
Well,
changes
we
do her best.
It's
or edits.
We're dark in
Normally,
July.
the items is going to go to the original, so to have the item reviewed before we actually bring it to the, if you bring on the items, staff always prepare the staff report.
Give us enough time to review and edit.
We will.
That's all I ask.
Yes.
That's fine.
So Vice Mayor Ho, for the record, your vote?
Yes.
And Mayor Nguyen?
Yes.
Motion carried 3-2.
All right, thank you very much. At this point here, I'd like to ask for your vote to move the closed section to the end of this of the regular meeting. Because we still have the closed section item on the closed section for the special meeting. Okay? Right. So.
No, what item?
We're still in the special meeting, and there was one closed session. I don't want to talk about what the subject is.
Either we can go in, go in for closed section for special item, or we can move it to the end, however you want to do it.
Mayor, if I may request, I'm in charge of a funeral very early in the morning. I have to be there, and it's been kind of draining for me, myself, and the family, and especially I'm the organizer of the funeral. So I don't know what's best. I don't like to leave the meeting early, but I know that we have to bring back the two items or the closed session that we had yesterday because of the two people who were absent. And so if that's important, then let's have that.
Let me ask staff then, for all the remaining items, is it urgent that we have to discuss? Is there any
budget?
For which one? For the regular meeting?
We already, we still have, where are we right now? We already 5.1, right?
So we're in the middle of 5.1,
Yes.
which staff's items, yes, we need 5.1 and 5.2. Those are our only items that are left because we do have to adopt a budget.
Okay.
So
if I may, can I go ahead and move to have the item 5.1 and 5. I will reopen the session for 5.1 and 5.2, and then we go back for the closed section.
So
but at this time here, I need a vote to agree that to move the closed section after the other two.
I so move.
Okay.
Second.
Okay. Good. We have a motion to agree to move 5.1 and 5.2.
Wait, I'm sorry. We're actually still in the special meeting on the adjourned agenda, so we need to make a decision on the adjourned. We can't vote on the other one while we're still in.
No.
Okay.
No,
so
I heard the motion is to move the closed session after item 5.2 is my understanding.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
Do you want to end the same motion, put the other items off to the next meeting?
We have to vote on that so that I can adjourn or take the recess for the special meeting.
okay.
Yes.
Okay? So we have a motion and the second for having 5.1 and 5.2 before the closed session for special meeting.
So I have a motion made by Vice Mayor Ho, a second made by Mayor Nguyen, and this is Councilmember Monzo, and this is to.
No, I was the motion maker.
I have Vice Mayor Ho as the motion maker.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, then what is the motion again?
So the motion is to recess the adjourned meeting and go back to the regular items on the regular meeting and take the closed session from the adjourned meeting after 5.2 of the regular meeting.
That's right. Okay.
Okay.
So who's the motion?
So I have a motion by Vice Mayor Ho and a second by Councilmember Monzo.
Is that at the conclusion of a regular meeting, right? Because after 5.2 we have non-agenda.
Well,
are we flip-flopping?
We're recessing back and forth.
Okay.
Okay, so
After 5.2, then we can decide whether
At the
we
end
move on
of
or we have to end
two.
it there.
so
5.2 after
So
5.2.
if we vote on this and then the closed session, when now we're going to have it?
We would come after 5.2.
Yeah, so we would open back to the adjourned special meeting to do closed session on that item, and then adjourn that entirely, and then come back and reopen the regular meeting for 5.3.
Right.
Mr. Mayor, may I suggest that all the other item, I think staff needs to be here. Can we do the closed session at the end like you suggested? So that way
At the end
we can finish
of the
all the city.
regular,
After 5.5, just get it all done. The
Well,
city business.
I just heard that
So then everyone can leave.
Vice Mayor Ho need to leave for tomorrow, so I just want to determine that if
Yeah, so do you not want to do 5.4, 5.5? Should we move it to the
what I heard from
meeting?
what I heard from city managers is that we can delay that until next meeting.
That is
Delete-
the human
delete what?
rights.
So which one?
No,
The human
5.3,
rights.
5.3,
So
5.4, 5.5.
Those are not staff's items. So
That's our
those
items.
are council requested items. So it's really up to the council if you want to hear your items. But 5.1 and 5.2 that are staff items, we have to make decisions on those.
Yeah.
5.3 is urgency of placing the item, your item, Mr. Mayor.
Okay.
That's your item,
I
5.3.
ask if you can stay and we can see if we can do this one as quick as possible together.
Yeah, okay, yes,
All right.
I will.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so we agree. Well, for after 5.2, that's the time that we can go ahead and make a motion whether we want to continue for 5.3, 4, and 5. Okay, but we will have closed session for special meeting after 5.2.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll reread the motion into the record. So I have a motion made by Vice Mayor Ho, a second made by Councilmember Monzo. This is to recess the adjourned meeting and return to the regularly scheduled meeting. After 5.2 on the regularly scheduled meeting, we will recess the regular meeting, come back to the adjourned special meeting, move into closed session, and at that point, the council will advise staff on the other remaining items.
Right.
Yeah, we'll come back to the regular
Okay.
meeting.
So on that motion, I'll go ahead and call roll. Councilwoman Fan West?
No, I mean, I do want agenda 5.1, 5.2 to be heard first, but I think we should do 5.3, 5.4, 5.5, and then move this closed session, which the people doesn't have to be here for that. So that way we can do city business. So with that, I can make a substitute motion.
Okay. What's your substitute motion?
It's basically to go through all the agenda items and move the closed session at the end so that they can go home after our city business.
Is there a second to that?
You got my second.
Okay. So substitute motion go first.
Okay, so now I have a substitute motion made by Councilwoman Fan West, seconded by Councilmember Nguyen. This is to recess the adjourned meeting, go back to the regularly scheduled meeting, complete an entirety of regular business 5.1 through 5.5, recess the regular meeting, come back to the adjourned special meeting, and move forward with the closed session item.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll go ahead and call roll for the substitute motion.
I just got a question before we vote to the city manager. On the item that's at the closed session item, do we have to do that one today?
I mean, it was the council's direction to include the other two, is really what it is. If you opt not to, then no.
Yeah, we
Well,
can do it another time.
to me, I think that we met and talked a little bit about yesterday, but we are missing two, and I want to be fair to have the other two council listen to that and make decision together. So I think it's important to have the other two councils in it, and I believe that this is it's not that kind of urgency, but it's still a decision that you have to make to move forward. Pretty quick here.
It's not urgency.
That's like an update.
Yeah, it's update.
It's really an update because the decision was
Or we
made.
made it already by you guys.
Okay, let's just
We're trying to be cryptic about it, but
And
Let's
city
just vote.
attorney already
Can we vote?
sent us an email of the update, what you guys voted for. So we already know what you guys voted for.
You already know?
Yeah, because he sent an email. It's in our email.
He said,
So you
Yeah, city
informed
attorney
about
sent to all of us.
To the whole council.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So we have the information
it was
what you
a,
guys voted.
it's a very brief email, so it really was an opportunity to have the extensive recap of the item.
No,
But
I'd rather hear from them, okay?
Okay.
Instead of, just a brief, I'm afraid that it's not enough information for them to, and then it came back to us that we make decision without them. I like to have their inputs,
Well,
and,
it takes
and if there is a change to the previous motion, then we'll do it. But I think it's fair to have them present at the meeting.
We can't change your guys' vote. You guys already vote. We know
Like
what
I
you
said,
voted.
like I said, the vote can be changed. Okay, if your reason you're doing, if you have your reason, and it's the right reason, then we can always change it.
Reason you didn't agree to us the whole time. Whatever reason, you don't care. You don't. It doesn't matter. So we already know what you voted.
So okay, go ahead and substitute motion.
So
It's just
yes.
we have to decide by.
Okay,
by
so I have the
majority
substitute
votes.
motion. I'll go ahead and call roll. Councilwoman Fan West,
Wait, because he says not urgent. So do you want me re-substitute the motion or just keep my substitute motion?
Just keep it.
Mr. Mayor?
Just keep it.
Okay. Then yes for that, everything, and then the closed session at the end.
okay. Councilmember Monzo,
Yes.
Councilmember Nguyen,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Ho.
Yes.
This is first.
Yeah, substitute motion.
Mayor Nguyen.
Yes.
Okay, substitute motion passed 5-0.
So basically, right now, what I have to do is I have to adjourn special, not adjourn, but recess for special meeting. Open section, I have to adjourn open section for special meeting. Okay, clear? And I have to do that first. Okay? Okay, it's done. Now I have to recess. I have to reconvene for the regular meeting today. All right? And so please take the roll call.
Okay. Sorry, I'm switching meetings. Okay. Mayor Nguyen,
I'm here.
Vice Mayor Ho,
Here.
Councilwoman Fan West,
Fan West here.
Councilmember Monzo,
Here.
Councilmember Nguyen.
I'm here.
Mayor, you have a quorum with all members present.
All right, thank you very much. I'd like to ask, staff are ready, ready to continue 5.1. So I don't know where we left off, but you can go ahead and continue now.
I was in the middle of asking Jake
all
Noah a
right.
question,
Okay,
but
Councilmember
I don't want to, considering the time where we're at, I think I want to just say this, that we have, the people, the residents have spoken as far as their wishes for the Westminster Park and a bowling green. So I'm going to make a motion for us to adopt option number 2, considering that the residents have spoken, and move forward with the remainder as recommended by staff.
A second.
No, because may I have a suggestion? Because option 2, it means that the pickleball court's still in Westminster.
No, it's eliminated.
No?
No. Option 2 is no pickleball court at all.
But then at all.
At all. Neither
Okay.
two park.
3 is just the other western green.
So
green.
3 would be bowling green
Councilmember
only.
Menzel,
Okay,
are you
perfect. Do you wanna
supporting
pull
the
the-
option 2, right?
Yeah.
Meaning
Okay, I second.
completely remove the pickleball. Yes,
No,
I agree.
no pickleball courts at Westminster Park or Bowling Green Park.
Yes, I agree.
The slide. Do you need the slides back up by any
No, no,
chance?
no, we're
Or you're
good. Yeah,
okay?
we're
Okay. Okay, then
Yeah,
never
we
mind.
have motion in
Okay.
second.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I have a motion made by Councilmember Bonzo, seconded by Councilmember Nguyen. This is to approve the purchase of playground equipment from Landscape Structures Incorporation for the Bolsa Chica, Westminster Village, Russell C. Paris College, and Bowling Green Parks in the total amount of $1,362,469, and to move forward with option 2, eliminate pickleball courts installation project at Westminster Village and Bowling Green Parks based on the community input received, and approve the revised ARPA budget as follows with no further allocation needed. I'll go to call roll. Councilwoman Fan West?
Yes, I think this is a perfect decision. This will eliminate deficit. So thank you, Council, for voting for this. No pickleball court in the city of Westminster in those 2 parks. Thank you. Yes, my answer is yes.
Councilmember Monzo?
Yes.
Councilmember Nguyen?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Ho?
Yes.
Mayor Nguyen?
Yes.
5-0, motion carried.
Okay, moving on to 5.2, fiscal year 2024-2025 proposed budget. Yes, please. Stop.
Council, I know we've already gone through this previously. Do you want the full PowerPoint presentation or just what you're really selecting tonight, which were just the options that we talked about? There were some options that Council asked to bring back.
Yeah, you don't have to go over everything because
Okay.
I believe last time we asked for a couple of options.
Yes.
So if you have that option, you could just present the option that you came up with, and then we can decide from there.
I think you have the slide that has the option
With the three, with the total?
With the 3. Let's just
Okay.
Yes.
So the options that were presented at the last study session, there were 3 versions that are presented in the budget document. The first version has no supplementals, which is what we had presented in the past. This slide shows that in version 1, it's in green. Version 2 includes all of the supplementals, and I have a list of the supplementals I can show, but this includes all of the requests. And then version 3 eliminates one of the positions that were requested. So it was the Community Services Coordinator. So version 1, no supplementals, ends with the use of general fund reserves of $1.5 million and an ending reserve balance of $33 million. Version 2, which includes all of the supplementals, and those supplementals are a management analyst for community services, an administrative assistant position for engineering, community services coordinator for community services, and a communication specialist or webmaster as requested in the included in the strategic plan, excuse me. That's version 2 that uses $1.9 million of reserves and ends with a $32.6 million reserve balance. Version 3 excludes that community services coordinator position, so uses $1.8 million of reserves and ends with a $32.7 million general fund reserve balance. Those are the 3 versions. Included in version 2 and 3 were a few other supplemental requests, 3 positions in the water fund, water tech 1 positions, and 1 reclass in the internal service equipment replacement fund to reclass an employee that's working out of class. So a mechanic to equipment mechanic, but that's in both version 2 and 3.
Okay, so this is for, the one that I'm looking at is that version proposal 1, 2, and 3, right? Mm-hmm.
Correct. 1 doesn't include any of the supplementals, 2 includes all of them, and 3 excludes the 1 community services coordinator position.
Okay, all right. 2 is to include everything, right?
Yes.
And is 1.9 versus 1.8.
Correct.
Deficit.
That position is $98,000, so that's the difference in the 2 balances.
I will move to approve proposal version 2.
A second.
The show.
So let me confirm. So option 2 is only the difference is $92,000. $98,000. From option 1 is approve everything.
No, option 1 doesn't include any of the new position requests, which was what was presented at the last study session. Option 2 includes all, and option 3 excludes 1 position, the the community services coordinator at $98,000.
So that's the difference.
That's the difference, yes. So there,
was there a second to my motion?
Yes.
Okay.
You know what? May I say something? I understand that we're still not in the clear. We just got 2 tax increase and we're slowly getting in. I just think that we need to wait and hold off. We need to be fiscally conservative in this area. I mean, one more position, I mean, we can do in the next, ask, right? So I just feel like whatever we can save, Mr. Mayor and Council, I think we need to be frugal in this area. I think we should motion to vote for 3, option 3, just at least one. We approve everything except for one.
And can I respond to that?
One job.
Okay, I
position.
understand. I understand your concern. I'm with you on that. But I know that there were many complainings that we need help. I mean, we need to help the community developments, where the area that they need help the most. And now we are trying, if we don't give them the resource, we cannot ask them to do better. Okay, so, we have to bite the bullet and help them so that they can better at serving our people. So I still think that the option 2, which is only, I believe, a $400,000 difference, right?
Correct. The total requests are $452,000. The position in question was $98,000, so that would reduce it about $100,000.
Okay, so it's not that much that we're talking about here, but if we don't help them, then don't expect for the better result.
And just to be clear, City Manager, I mean, we're still, besides these added supplemental, we still have not filled the budgeted positions from the previous year. Is that correct?
Yes, we still have vacancies.
So we're not necessarily spending the money. They're budgeted, but we haven't spent it because we haven't been able to fill those positions.
And I know you mentioned community development. This position is actually from community services. It's actually community services.
Community services.
Yes, because we have a lot.
Vanessa Johnson.
Yeah.
I mean, she's available to answer questions about, logistically about this particular position if the council would like to hear.
Well, I saw the list of how much more additional events we had compared to previous years, and it's a lot more, and it's a handful, and so we need. If it is one position, we need that. So.
I just think that we have to bite the bullet and make sure that we have enough resources to serve the community. And if we need to go back, then we can always reevaluate it next time.
Mayor, could I just ask Vanessa Johnson to just summarize really quickly the function of that position, the person?
That coordinator, that will help us logistically coordinate all of the special events. So like Councilmember Monzo mentioned, the addition, the complexity, the duration of events has drastically increased over the last year, really. So I have most of the staff works on all of these events. So some of the other functions that these staff members are really responsible for have been put by the wayside. So this person will be the primary person overseeing special event coordination.
And over the years, I believe that for the last 18 months or so, we have a lot of events. We put up a lot of events. We talking about the Tit Parade, right? That's a big event that we need staff to coordinate that. And also we've been improved for Fall Festival, and it's probably going to be bigger this year. And then we added another event for the veterans. That's another event that staff, and I think it's for under your wing, your roles and responsibility. So we are talking about we are trying. I know that some of us are trying to add more activities for the community's service, right? And if we trying to add more and more, and without giving them the resource, then I think that they will be overwhelmed and they can't do the job.
What's the motion?
Motion is
the motion to approve for option 2. The option 2 will include the coordinator that we're talking about, $92,000.
Is there a second yet?
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
I have a motion and a second. If I could ask my motioner or my seconder, we did have amendments made in the late communication memo. Are you including that in your motion?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So I have a motion made by Mayor Nguyen, a second by Councilmember Monzo. This is to move forward with option 2 and to include the amendments as outlined in the late communication memo. And to adopt resolution number 5267, entitled A Resolution of the Mayor and City Council of the City of Westminster, California, adopting and appropriating the budget for the 2024-2025 fiscal year and authorizing the city manager to increase the 2023-2024 operating budget, and adopt resolution number 5268, entitled A Resolution of the Mayor and City Council of the City of Westminster, California, establishing Article X111B, appropriation limit for the 2024-25 fiscal year, and adopt resolution WH22, entitled A Resolution of the Westminster Housing Authority, adopting and appropriating the budget for the 2024-25 fiscal year, and adopt resolution number 5269, entitled A Resolution of the Mayor and City Council of the City of Westminster, California, adopting the fund balance policy, and approve the job descriptions for principal planner, communication specialist, and park ranger, and adopt resolution number 5270, entitled A Resolution of the Mayor and City Council of the City of Westminster, California, revising resolution number 5235, amending the salary schedule for the amendment or for the management, administrative, and confidential employees for the period of July 1, 2023 through and including June 30, 2026. And adopt resolution number 5271, entitled A Resolution of the Mayor and City Council of the City of Westminster, California, revising resolution number 5233, amending the salary schedule for the Westminster Police Officers Association, WPOA, for the period of July 1st, 2023 through and including June 30th, 2026. I'll go to call roll. Councilwoman Fan West.
Yes.
Councilmember Monzo.
Yes.
Councilmember Nguyen.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Ho.
Yes.
Mayor Nguyen.
Yes.
Motion carried 5-0.
Next is 5.3, request to implement policy for placement of urgency items by the City Council members. So this is the item that I introduced. So let me briefly talk about it first, and then we'll open up for your comments. The reason that I bring this item for the council to be considered is because over the last couple meetings, there were items, urgency items, walk-on items, and basically I don't see the urgency of it. And then, it's put us in an area that is very difficult for us to fight back and forth. I'd rather have, when there is the urgency item, we have the third person to look at that and agree with that. So that way it's better. And some of you may concern of the Brown Act, and it's clearly stated in the staff report. This is not a violation of Brown Act. And I can read it to you here. This proposal that proposing that a consensus of the 3 members be required before an item will be considered as a walk-on or urgency item. The Brown Act allows for staff to coordinate this so long as there is absolutely no discussion of the agenda item itself. The first council member may talk with the second council member. Then, after that, the staff would then be utilized to determine if the third council member is willing to let the item to be presented for a walk-on vote. Basically, the 2 councils still doing the same thing. But then for the third one, then that's when you ask staff to look into whoever you want to, the original maker of the motion can also ask staff to look into the third person, which at your choice. You may look for this person or that person. Staff will do the same thing for you. And I'm sure that staff is not allowed to talk in detail. All they do is trying to seek if the third person is agree with the other two. And by all means, the first two can always discuss about it. In depth, it's not a problem. But for the third one, it's not supposed to. And with that, I think it's better for me that I don't have to make decision at the dais. Remember, my role is trying to be fair. My role is trying to use the policy to make a decision on. And I stated the other day that I said I don't want to set precedent for any item that bring in that are not urgency. So I will do the same for any item that bring in. I will decide whether it's the agency. And with this, it will help me from decide, whether it is urgent or not, because there are 3 people already. So with that, I urge you to adopt this policy so that we can easily make decision for the urgency item. Now I yield back to for the council to make decision. Let me go ahead and start with, let's go this way. Let me start with Council Member Nguyen.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. You caught me by surprise by, doing this. You know what? I strongly oppose this item policy because it is unconstitutional. I consider it will impose a tyranny of the majority and conflict with democratic practices. I think if the majority of the council approve this, we are one step closer to dictatorship. For now, only the mayor can agendize an item by himself. Only him to grant a plaque, a certificate, and now he's the only one that can, bring up an urgency item. And basically, we are here for nothing, right? The people elected us in District 1, 2, and 3, and 4, for us to speak up, to represent them. And now, this going to silence us with this. And besides, it's going to be a violation of the Brown Act for sure. That's what I think. Because let me tell you this. For instance, if 2 council members agree to that the item is urgency to work on, and then they are the people that can discuss in details about the problem, and then we need one more council member to agree on that. And I think that council member need to know the content of the issue, the content that the other 2 council member agree to work on. I think that's the basic of the problem right there. It's going to be stupid, if that person, that's the 3rd council member, agree to work on the item without knowing anything. So with that, I oppose.
All right, thank you. I just take a quick response to that. Number one, if it's unconstitutional, I don't think that I want to do it. But if it's unconstitutional, then the city attorney office is not going to let it go, because you can see his legal review. The city attorney's office has reviewed as to form. Okay, so city attorney, I don't think that you are going to allow me to do something unconstitutional. The second thing is Mayor Rose. You know, because of the urgency, there are sometimes that, you know, things happen, and, you know, we can't go and coordinate the three. The mayor is the one who also overall responsible for the city. Unless the mayor is abuse the power and do it, then that's the time that we can censor, or we can take it back and make it. But at this time here, you can see that, you know, I'm being fair, I'm being doing what is right for the city. So I don't think that. And furthermore, you said this is stupid. I don't agree with that. I mean, you know, I respect
the item.
If that person blindly agreed to the other two to work on that item, that's going to be a stupid decision that person made.
Okay, that's your opinion.
I'm not talking about you.
Okay, all right. Next is Councilmember Menzel.
Thank you, Mayor. I think what the issue that I've been having lately is with these recent walk-on items is that, well, number one is I don't think there's a clear definition of what is an urgency item. You know, there's always city attorney advises is that it's up to the council to decide if it's urgent or not. But to me, there has to be some more clear definition of what constitutes an urgency item. To me, it's something that's deadline, something that got unnoticed after the agenda went out, and there's a deadline that we have to meet or something, and it's so far it hasn't been that. It's just been that it missed the agenda placement deadline, and then we have to come up here and spend more time, and then also spend more time talking about it. And also the other issue I had, number two, is that when we're supposed to read the description of what the urgency item, the considered urgency item by the motion maker of the motion, we get drawn into these big old long conversations about what it is, instead of being a brief, as a city attorney, and correct me if I'm wrong, is only supposed to be a brief description of the item, but we get into these big old long drawn out conversations and a whole long declaration of the item, and then we go back and forth, and so that's the issue, that we're not sticking to at least what I understand that it's supposed to be just a brief description. So lately it's just been, it seems to me that it's been an abuse, or not an abuse, but that's the wrong word. We're not have the clear lines drawn about what an urgency item is and how you go about it. So that's the issues that I have, and if this is the way to correct that, I don't know if this is the right way to correct it, but it seems like it's an attempt to correct it. So I don't know. I'm open to deliberation, hear what the other council members have to say, but it seems to me that that's where we're at, and you just we need to get some clearer direction of what it is, what is the urgency item is, and if we can't get that, then we must do something to correct that. So.
Okay. Thank you very much. Vice Mayor Ho.
Thank you, Mayor, for bringing this item up. I made a note to myself as Ms. Van West was responding to someone speaking regarding an urgency item, I believe. She stated that she put this as an urgency item because she missed the deadline, quote unquote. This is not a good reason to call for an urgency item. I think that this is when we need to re-educate what is an urgency item and what is the definition. So ditto what Councilmember Monzo said earlier, and it totally resonates. I think that a third person, maybe this could change later if we have a different council makeup, a more understanding or well-informed council, perhaps. But for now, I think I would have to agree unless we come up with a different way of fixing this. But it makes sense because an urgency item cannot be, it's because I missed the deadline. So the deadline was set for a reason, to give staff enough time, not ample. They're never going to have ample of time. They have enough time to prepare. And then to have them prepare an urgency item, that is ridiculous. And it's because someone doesn't understand what is an urgency item. So I think it is on us right now to educate the new ones so that they understand what's an urgency item, what's the criteria.
Wow, that's a strong word.
Right now, it's pretty clear. It's pretty clear. What is strong? What do you disagree with that? What do you disagree about that? I mean, I heard you, Ms. Van West, if you could stop texting for a minute. You said earlier, and if you want to roll back the tape, you may. Okay, quote unquote, you said, I want to make sure you understand that I brought this on as an urgency item because I missed the deadline. That's what you said. And so I just want to say that, could we please bring back the definition? Because you also was the one who caused this council to have to stay.
Can I ask you to pause for a minute? May I ask the council to let when it's your turn, we respect you, and when the other people's turn, let them please.
She asked me a question.
And if you have anything chalked out,
she said, did I? So I'm responding
back. It will be your turn. So please, okay, go ahead.
Yes. You said because you missed the deadline, and so this is not the reason why. And I'm just saying that there is nothing wrong with what I said, and I'm just being very clear that I believe we need to define what is an urgency item. And an urgency item cannot be, I know that one of the definitions is not that because you missed the deadline, okay? So that is something that I think that I recognize as the problem. So if we may have some definition, so that it could be clearer to everybody. So right now, for a regular meeting, we need 2 votes to agendize something, right? That's a fact. And so we go out here after we bring forth the item and deliberate, and we get at least 1 more vote in order to have the majority vote for it. So now it makes sense after I think about it, because an urgency item, right now it requires 2/3, 4 out of 5 in order to walk it on. So before walking it on, you get 3 votes, 3 people to agree, because right now it's getting out of hand. Then you come out here and you deliberate and try to get 1 more vote to get it passed. So I think it makes a lot of sense. So I agree with item 5.3.
Thank you very much, Vice Mayor Ho. Next is
Mayor.
Yes.
Can I just briefly state the rule so that we're clear?
Yes, please.
I've stated it in the past, so my earlier comments were with this in mind, but upon a determination by 2/3 vote of the members of the legislative body that are present at the meeting, or if there's less than 2/3 of the member present, then a unanimous vote, that there is a need to take immediate action. That's where the urgency part comes in. There's a need to take immediate action, and that the need for the action came to the attention of the local agency subsequent to the agenda being posted. So what that's getting to is that the issue arose after the agenda was posted, or in this case, the opportunity to raise it for the agenda, I guess, is what is being asserted by the councilwoman, that the meeting went late the night before and therefore she didn't have the opportunity. So, but ultimately, what I said earlier is ultimately it's the discretion of the council to determine if that immediate, if there's a need to take immediate action on the item. That's where the council has the discretion. So it has to have arisen after the posting of the agenda, and then the council makes a decision that in this particular case, with whatever this is, it might be a trivial thing, but there's a need to take immediate action tonight. It can't wait till the next meeting. That's really, in many cases, a discretionary decision. I've seen it in very important issues, and I've seen it for very minor issues where the council says, you know what, we need to do this tonight. We need to issue this proclamation tonight because the person's going to be leaving town. So sometimes it seems trivial, but ultimately there is discretion for the council, but it has to be something that arose after the agenda has been posted.
All right. Next is Councilmember from West.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Okay, so Mr. Namquan, you said that violating the Constitution, and the mayor respond and rebuttal that he's not violating the Constitution. It is violating, very close to violating the Constitution, because it is in terms to silence. That's the only purpose, is to silence, so that way you are the only one who has the ability to put everything on, and the majority of the council. So you guys are becoming like a dictator. I mean, I forgot what country we live in. Maybe you guys forgot what country we live in. I mean, we live in the United States of America, the Republic of California. And, you know, this is a democracy, meaning you allow people. We already put in place, take two council to put in a walk-in item. Okay?
Councilmember West,
may I finish?
Hold on. Because when I talk about the item, I never attack you or trying to condemn you or accuse you for anything. So if you talk the item, talk about the item.
I did.
Tell us what country that we are in.
You tell us to take notes,
Please,
and I'm taking notes.
You go ahead. Yes, you
That's
talk
what
about
I'm
the
doing.
item, not talking about attacking council member, please.
I am talking about the item.
We respect you. You can say it's unconstitutional. It's up to you.
You say I attack you. What did council member Vice Mayor Ho just attack us newbies? Oh, we need to be educated.
Please.
That is attacking us, newbies.
Go ahead and.
So, Mr. Mayor, you're being hypocrite.
Well, that's okay.
Because you just didn't tell her.
Before we
well,
vote,
you're doing that.
item,
you just show us that you didn't stop her from accusing us as newbies. We need to be educated.
Yeah,
that's insulting. So. We're all one vote. We are all colleagues. We are adults here.
Go ahead.
Mr. Mayor, so please, be fair.
I'm fair.
No, you're not. You didn't stop her. She just belittled us, and she broke the code of ethics. It's accusing someone's motive and someone's talking bad about another council member. She just did.
All right.
So therefore, you didn't do that.
I didn't say newbies. I said the new ones.
Okay, let me
I didn't say newbies, so excuse me.
Educate the new ones.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that.
Newbies.
Well, if this is, we're not talking about the past. We're talking about tonight.
So may I finish? I think my turn.
Why don't we go
Why is she interrupting me? You didn't.
Because you just lied.
Mayor, you didn't stop her.
You
made her to talk.
You misquoted me. You just lied.
You told me to take notes, Mr. Mayor, when she talked.
Hold on.
But your notes are wrong. I had to correct you.
Mr.
Mayor.
Right now, please. So please, Vice Mayor, if I ask you to refrain from going back.
But Mayor, when she misquoted me, I have to.
I understand.
Yes.
I understand. But now.
To me, it's about the same.
Go ahead.
New one and newbie is about the same.
You are now recognized.
That's your habit of, calling people's name.
Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry, but that's what you do. It's okay. That's your character. Is okay. Okay. So may I finish? Okay. So the next one is Ms. Ho accusing us that, we need to be educated because we don't understand what, the walk-in, the urgency of walk-in items. So I guess may I ask you, Ms. Ho, what is your definition of urgent item? Because it seems like it might be different.
I believe that the attorney just talked about that, but I just told you the urgency item is not that I missed the deadline, and that's why I called my item an urgent item. That's what you said, and I just wanted to tell you that, and I did quote you, and I said, you said it's an urgency item because I missed the deadline. Mm-hmm. Okay, so that
Thank
is
you
not,
for
yes.
clarifying that.
Yes.
Okay, so
I did say it a couple times, but if you would just
now?
stop,
I just say thank you.
If you would stop texting,
Thank you
pay more attention.
Thank you for clarifying it.
Sure.
Okay, so what I said earlier is that I missed the deadline because of the last council meeting goes to 4. How the heck am I going to wake up early, like at 8 or 9? I'm going to sleep in because I can't handle it, because you allow us to go through that. So I have the urgency to put it on. And the thing is that I know that you guys wouldn't let it because you guys have the gang of 3, the new gang of 3, that would not even allow me to walk in an item, which I already decided the day before, but I couldn't do it because I woke up late because of we have to 4 o'clock. And you guys are not lenient. I already know that. So therefore, I put in an item urgent, which is already supposed to be on the council. And Mr. Attorney, you said, when an item that is posted on the agenda, when was our agenda posted on what date? May you refresh my memory? May you confirm what date we post the agenda item on?
I would have to defer to the clerk.
City manager, when did we post the item on? What day was that?
So the agenda was posted on Friday evening.
This Friday evening?
Last Friday evening. Let me get the exact date. So the agenda was posted on Friday the 21st about 9:30 p.m.
9:30 p.m. Okay. Yeah, because I call namquan, Councilman, Friday, and I wanted to put this item on, and he say, oh, it's Thursday, so it's too late. But I guess you guys posted at 9. So if I did call you guys and say, hey, do you mind being, flexible and allow me to put it on even though our council meeting went to 4? Would you guys allow me to put it on?
I think you have I'm going to jump in right here because I know where this is going. So I think you have your dates mixed up because the deadline for placement of agenda item is 2 Thursdays before the actual meeting. So you missed the deadline on the Thursday, which would have been the 13th, correct? Yeah. Yes. We posted our agenda online for the public for this 26th meeting at 9:30 on the 21st. So you would have needed to let us know by the 13th on the item. Now the attorney's saying as far as like an urgency on posting, it's something that's brought up after the posting of the agenda. Based on the city council's policy on placement of agenda items, we wouldn't have put it on even though the agenda wasn't posted. We would not have put it on for this 26th based on your guys' policy. So if you want to make a change to a policy, that's a discussion for another day.
That's right.
But yes, you let me know on this agenda item. I believe it was either the 18th or 19th. We can look back at it, but regardless, if you didn't let us know on the 13th, we weren't going to be able to get it on this agenda item. So I just want to clarify that. Let me
jump in and say that I'm glad that the city manager and the staff decide not to, because if the city and staff decide to deviate from the policy, then we need to know that.
And that's fine. That's clarity. That's fine.
It has to be fair to everyone. You can't allow one and then not allow the other. I think
exactly. But in the past, you guys been flexible, and that's why some of my item was able to put on Friday, and it's okay. Right, but now, Mr. Mayor, may I finish with my last point?
Okay.
Okay. So I guess I'll save that for the later one. But go ahead.
Okay.
So I guess, may I say one last one?
Okay.
So this, again, sorry, Mr. Mayor. So we are a democracy. We are stepping really closely, like Mr. Namquan said. You know, I would, if say two of you guys wanted something, I usually ask, what is this about, so I can know before I be the third vote on it, because it will be irresponsible of me as a representative for District 1 to just agree with you guys on things. So I would always want to know, even with Namquan, when he has item he wants me to do, I ask him, like, what is this about, you know, and give me more detail,
Okay.
and he
I
does.
respect your opinion.
So that's why I feel like with this, it's
Okay.
close to Brown Act violation.
I respect your opinion. My motion is to move to approve this item.
Mayor, may I
Is
just
there-
make a clarifying point?
Okay.
Okay, I just want Ms. West to, maybe you already know this, but when we say the deadline for on the 13th of June to have the item agendized for tonight, I'd like Ms. City Manager to agree with me.
She
or
already
actually
told
just
us
listen.
that every
no,
Thursday.
I'm trying
Unless
to
you
make.
need her to confirm for you.
Right, I'm
That's
trying
okay.
to. I'm
Perfect. She'll confirm for you. What tonight? If tonight she wants to know
I'm trying to,
if we want to put agenda.
Can you stop?
on
I'm
the
trying to
item,
talk.
Can you let her?
she'll-
Okay,
she'll let her-
I'm just trying to make sure that, okay, the 13th is the deadline, but really you had from, Ms. West, you had from the 23rd of May, correct? To put on the agenda all the way up until the 13th of June to agendize it, your item on the 26th, correct?
No.
Because the last meeting would have been on the 22nd of May, right?
No, June 12th.
I mean,
you're censuring me, so that's why
But
I'm supposed to.
because you're waiting until the last day.
That's how I know you censure me.
But
You give
that's
me 3 days to prepare.
No.
When it's on the agenda. So now I have to, basically you censure me on the 12th, right? So then for me, I want to move the city forward in reconciliation, so I have to put it on the agenda for the next one, and I was a little late. Granted, and it's okay. That's the policy. We understand that. For the next council meeting, we will all make sure that we put it tomorrow night if we want it on the August
Right,
agenda.
it's always
That's
been that
fine.
way.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now,
So
yes.
the
Let me-
city
So now
attorney
that you
already
have that
confirmed,
clear-
and
Let
the
me
city
jump in
manager.
this, okay? Let me jump in
Yes, go
and
ahead.
say this.
Yeah, sorry.
When I call for a special open session, I did ask the city manager to see if she want to put in the item. Did you call? Or
Okay.
did you?
So out of courtesy, because we know where this goes, out of courtesy, Councilwoman Fan West and I had a conversation on Saturday on whether she would like to add the item to the special meeting yesterday, because you were indeed having a special meeting, and it would have been an opportunity at that point. She opted not to. It's not a right or wrong thing, but she did opt not to.
Yes, and I did ask for if you know what his intention is. You didn't give me his intention. Even to this day, we don't know what your intention. When you know I put out a press release of moving the city forward in reconciliation, you saw that, of course. That's why you got upset.
If you were to
And so
agree-
why did you motion to revisit 5.2? Because you have to. Your intention is you have to be the first one to put it out. And so in that way, you discredit my
okay.
walking in.
But I'm trying
And
to
it's
be-
okay. I know you have a different motives,
Okay,
but you never
but-
tell us your motives of doing it.
But you have the chance to bring it in yesterday, and you did not. Okay, admit that.
Bringing what in?
Your items for the special meeting.
Why would I need to be berated
all
by
right,
you guys,
okay.
and then you
That's
guys
it.
shut my
Thank
motion
you very
down?
Much. Okay, I have make a motion to approve this. I ask for a second on this.
Mr. Mayor, may I make a
Is there a second to this?
Substitute motion.
Is there a second to this?
Yeah, second.
Okay. All right. Is there a substitute motion for this?
Okay, so I substitute motion to, since this is very close to violating the Brown Act, it's a slippery slope, and we don't want to do that or have that appearance. I substitute motion to revisit this, to take no action.
Okay, is there a second to that?
You got a second from me.
Okay, motion, substitute motion, move first.
Thank you, Mayor. I have a motion made by Councilwoman, or a substitute motion made by Councilwoman Fan West, a second made by Councilmember Nguyen. This is to take no action on agenda item 5.3. I'll go to call roll for the substitute motion. Councilwoman Fan West?
Yes.
Councilmember Monzo?
No.
Councilmember Nguyen?
I'm going to say something about this. First of all, I agree with Councilmember Manzo on his concern about this is a very thin line of Councilmember about violating the Brown Act, and we can easily violate the Brown Act by apply this policy to our city, to the policy. So, you guys all talking about, prevent the city from litigation, and now show it that you care for the city. It's not about the motive that you are behind. So, I'm calling for you to do the right thing. For that, I say yes to the motion of Councilwoman Fan West.
To take no action.
Vice Mayor Ho?
No.
Mayor Nguyen?
No. Go back to the original motion, please.
Substitute motion failed 2-3. The original motion on the floor.
So I still can make a substitute motion, right?
No, it's already voted. So now you have to go back.
Yeah, now we're on the main motion, which was a motion to approve the item.
So the substitute motion just failed, and then I can make another substitute motion, right?
No, now it goes to the main motion.
How many substitute motion can you make?
And how many substitute motion that we can make?
Just one, like that.
How come I attended one of the city council before, and council member Taido and council member Manzo and Councilmember Ho can make a multiple substitute motion?
I'm not familiar with that.
Okay, so right now.
Can you double check on that and then? I need an answer for that.
Because we don't. If the primary motion fails, then another motion could be made.
Yes.
But you take the primary motion, and if somebody wants to make a substitute, they make the substitute. You vote on that first, then it goes back to the main motion.
All right, thank you.
So the main motion on the floor is made by Mayor Nguyen, seconded by Councilmember Monzo. This is to require consensus of 3 to place items by city council members as urgency or walk-on items. I'll go to call roll. Councilwoman Fan West?
This is silencing the voice, and basically it's very close to breaking the Brown Act, and so I vote no for that.
Councilmember Monzo?
I just want to make this clear, because this is just a game of words out there in public, and we're talking about placement an urgency item during a walk-on item during a meeting.
Right.
This is not talking about placing items on the agenda. How can you silence somebody silencing you would be to not let you take 3 to place items on the agenda, period. This is about urgency item.
None of you guys will join us in putting anything on the agenda.
Mayor,
you know that.
Thank you.
Just go ahead and make your point.
Just go ahead, vote.
Yeah.
So
you guys, we already know your vote.
Well, we know what you do after the meeting.
So it's okay.
So there's nothing about, this is about a walk-on item. It's not about silencing. There's sufficient time. 2 members, you place the item on the agenda.
Okay, we know your motive.
So don't use words that.
Just go back home and look yourself in the mirror.
But what is a Brown Act violation is when previously you wanted 3 names on the agenda. Now that is
through the city manager talking to the third person.
So my motion, my vote is yes.
Councilmember Nguyen?
And you calling my name?
Yes,
Okay.
for your
Yes or no?
Vice Mayor Ho?
Yes.
Mayor Nguyen?
Yes.
3-2, motion carried.
Okay, 5.4, resolution denouncing the deplorable treatment of Van Minh Tuệ, aka Lê Anh Tu. So this item brought up by, is it by?
Yeah, by me.
Okay, so by Councilmember Nguyen and seconded by Councilmember West. So you are now recognized, Councilmember Nguyen.
All right, okay. This is the item that I brought up before, asking to be worked on at the last meeting, but you guys voted it down, so it's here again. So basically, I just want to, this resolution is to condemn the Vietnamese, the communist government of Vietnamese back home for the oppress of the, I mean, like we denouncing the deplorable treatment of Venerable Thích Minh Tuệ, and we condemn the Vietnamese communist regime for suppression of the press. So everything is written right here. So I asked the council members to approve it.
Okay.
I just want to respond to you. I read the staff report. I don't know, the last time when you work on the item, we don't have anything with us, so I don't know what it's about. But I know for sure when I ask you, can you tell me the basis of urgency? You told us at the time that you want to honor Venerable Thích Minh Tuệ. And I said that if it's honoring, we can wait until next meeting, and I will support you at that. But this today, I see it different. So I don't know whether that, is it, city manager, at the time of last meeting, do we have this one? Or is the content still the same, or is changing?
The same.
Okay, it's the same. So we did not have a chance to look at that. But from what you can go back and or you can watch the meeting, last meeting, you said honoring, and that's the reason why we say not honoring, we can honor anytime.
All right.
Now for this one here, let me ask you.
Mr. Mayor, can I speak?
Yeah.
Okay, just very brief. You know what, with all due respect, I think we are colleagues. And then when there's a resolution asking for us to pass or to walk on, at least, you guys take the time to read it, just about a minute away, right?
We didn't have anything on that day.
It's only 2 pages.
Yeah,
because the item is not worked on yet.
It was.
So we did not have anything.
The item is right in front of you.
Anyway, if it's honoring,
okay, so
I
just
don't
for
want
courtesy
to, I don't want to set the,
May I speak since I'm
not
her
yet,
second?
Not yet. Okay, I am talking right now. All right. Now, assume that the council passed this today. What are we? Are we doing anything with that, or we are going to put it? We just file it.
We just file and receive.
Okay. So we just file it. Okay. All right.
All right. May I?
Unless you want to do anything with it.
I don't know.
You
I don't
want
know.
to do anything with it?
No. You are the motion.
I'm the
you are the
second.
makers of the. You are the one who introduced.
Yes.
I'm asking
okay.
you.
If in that case,
Ah.
I would like we, as a city entity, going to send this resolution to the Vietnamese government in Hanoi and the consulate in San Francisco.
Who's doing that?
What?
Who's doing that?
I asked
The
the
staff.
city to do it.
When we have letters of when we have the resolutions, it's usually a resolution with a letter that's signed by the mayor on behalf of the council of this action. So it's like it's like normal. Yeah.
Okay. So
Normal protocol.
All right. Okay. Now, Councilmember West, go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. So, city manager, just want to double check. This is 2-page, right? And this was presented at the last walk-in council meeting on the 12th. Is that correct?
You all received the resolution. There was no staff report, just a resolution. But the staff report is pretty much
the same
as the resolution. But you did receive a resolution.
Okay.
Yes, that's correct.
And the resolution is 2-page. It doesn't take long. It's on our desk to read it. And I read it, and I agree with him. Is the main thing was to denounce the communist regime against their suppression of human rights and religious freedom. And that's so important. And denouncing the communist country to doing this. They violate the human rights and religious freedom all the time. And so we just want to hold them accountable and sent them a message with our elected official from State Assembly and Congressional already done that on the floor. So they asked us to partner with them locally in the city of Westminster. Rightly so, majority of the people who live here are refugee from the communist regime. So all we do is just ask that condemn the communist regime, that they violate the human rights and religious freedom. And if you guys don't do this, I don't know what else to say. But I think this is very important to the Vietnamese community and to the Americans. They always value human rights and religious freedom. We always fought for that.
All right. Next is Vice Mayor. Okay, Councilmember Menzo.
Yeah, no, I'll support it. It's I learned a little bit about the Venerable, and yeah, I'm all for it.
Yes, I like I said it last time, I support. We've been condemning the Communist Party all along. I mean, now every day. So the only reason that we didn't have it worked on the other day is the urgency. That's why the urgency item is come up today, because we need to define what is the urgency. If the urgency is to condemn the communists, we have been condemning them for many, many years, and we will continue to condemn them. Okay, so we didn't meet the criteria as urgency. That's the reason why. So at this time here, I make a motion to approve this item.
Second.
Okay, I heard the second by Councilmember Menzo.
I have a motion made by Mayor Nguyen, seconded by Councilmember Monzo. This is
what? May I have this is Mr. Vice Mayor Namquan's agenda. I mean,
doesn't matter.
Agenda. It would be nice
Whoever
for him.
Can make motion a second.
If the mayor and council okay for Mr. Namquan, since it's
I'll relinquish
his
my
item.
second, and
I can take it. That's okay. If you want to make a motion, go ahead, do it.
Mr. Namquan, it's your item.
Right. With the
this is our due respect.
With the,
before you do
with
that,
the agreement with the mayor.
Before you do that, please, I want to clarify myself. Was I wrong in making that motion? City Attorney.
It's just courtesy.
No, I don't think you make anything wrong.
It's just our courtesy. That's all.
I don't think that.
Okay, I can go ahead, and if you want to, and you can.
All right, thank you, Mr. Mayor. Since this is my resolution, then I would like to make a motion to approve it.
I second it.
All right. Go ahead and call roll call vote, please.
So I have a motion made by Councilmember Nguyen, seconded by Councilwoman Van West. This is to denounce the deplorable treatment of Van Thich Minh Tu, Lee An Tu by the Vietnamese Communist Forces, and adopt resolution number 5272, a resolution of the City Council of the City of Westminster, California, denouncing the deplorable treatment of Van Thich Minh Tu, Lee An Tu, apologies, and condemning the Vietnamese Communist regime for suppression of the press.
No, I believe that the motion is also included to send it to the
letter.
And
to also direct
mayor,
staff to send the
signature.
letters. Okay, and to direct staff to send the letters as discussed. Okay, I'll go ahead and call roll. Councilwoman Van West.
Van West, yes.
Councilmember Monzo.
Yes.
Councilmember Nguyen.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Ho?
Yes.
Mayor Nguyen?
Yes.
5-0, motion carried.
Okay, next is item 5.5. Request to move the order of oral communication for non-agenda items to beginning of the meeting. This item brought in by Council Member. Is it you?
Yes, mine. Yes.
Okay, Council Member Nguyen, and seconded by Council Member West. So Council Member Nguyen, you are now recognized.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I make it brief. We listen to the voice of the people asking for this for a long period of time. That's why we think that it's the right time to implement this. So that's all I can say. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Are you back?
Thank you. I can go ahead and go first for this one, and then we'll call you up. To be honest with you, I have doubt about the motives of Councilmember Nguyen and Councilmember West about their considering to move this non-agenda item to the beginning of the meeting. I don't know whether yes, I have the right to say it. So let me remind you that these two members introduced to reduce the speaking time from 5 to 3 minutes. And just recently, you see that they brought it back. And I don't know why we did it right. And I think that the city moving in the right direction. And I don't know why they did that. But the people, know about it, and I agree with the public comment today that they also have doubt about the motives of these two council members. I would say that things. Please let me finish, and I will.
So if you don't want to do it, and then there's a motive, and if you do it, then there's also a motive.
Broke code of ethics.
Moving,
come on, guys.
I have the right. I have the right. I have the right to.
Man, really.
Okay, things moving very smoothly, and I can see that the meeting is very productive, and the city business has been discussed in a timely manner and effectively. I would say we have a very productive meetings ever since. I understand that some of us, some of you, the public have to endure the time that we have to wait for the public non-agenda item. But at the same time, I don't want to say it out loud, but we have done it, the good works, and it's very effective. So at this point here, there's more that I can say, but I would say that I don't know that there's a right decision to move, because things are not broken. Why fix that? Okay, and I believe the last meeting or the meeting before that, I give credit to Vice Mayor Ho that she called me and she said that maybe we consider to have the public comment when it's go past 10 o'clock. So I said, yeah, that's a good idea, but we are going to take it case by case, because depend on what we have on that day. So that is more that we can take a look into, and if possible, we can take that. But I don't want to modify I'd like to have it case by case, and it's decided. It will be decided by the council at the time. So with that, I've opened for other comments, input. Let's go with Councilmember Menzel.
Oh, I was the second. May I?
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, yeah, you go ahead.
Okay. So I understand that many of you guys did mention that people have to go home, they have to stay late. I know Ms. DeVoe, I hope I say her name correctly, that she, waited to talk about her non-agenda item. And she sometime, and other resident, they want to speak about that too. So, we thought that it will be great to have 3 minutes of agenda item at the first, so the public can speak their piece or say their piece and their voice are heard. And then 3 items right after is non-agenda items, so they can say whatever they want to say. So the total of 6 minutes. When we first got on the council, it was total 5 minutes for all agenda item. So now it's 6 minutes. So you guys have 1 more minute longer, and meaning you have 3 minutes agenda and non-agenda at the beginning, so you can tell us whatever your grievances is, and that's the part of the Constitution. And that's fine. We want to hear it. And then we go into doing the city business. And I think with hearing you guys regarding the time frame that some of you guys can't stay that late and you want to talk about non-agenda item, and sometime our council meeting go to 10, 10:30, sometime 12, recently 4, and no one can stay that late to talk about the grievances of non-agenda item. So I thought this is a good thing that Mr. Council Member Namquan brought it up, and I'm like, this is great, because so in that way we kill 2 birds with 1 stone, so the public is satisfied at the beginning and get their grievances out, so then we can hear and take notes of it. So that's the reason why, and I substitute if the vice mayor, Mr. Namquan wants to motion this, I can be his second.
Okay, so. Okay. You want to, did you move?
Yes, I moved to approve.
Okay.
I second.
That. Okay. My substitute motion is that take no action on this one. Is there a second to the substitute motion?
I'll second. I'm very satisfied with case by case, and as you mentioned, so I will.
So we have substitute motion to take no action on this.
So the substitute motion is made by Mayor Nguyen, seconded by Vice Mayor Ho. This is to take no action on agenda item number 5.5. I'll go to call roll. Councilwoman Fan West?
No.
Councilmember Monzo?
Yes.
Councilmember Nguyen?
No.
Vice Mayor Ho?
Yes.
Mayor Nguyen?
Yes.
5-3. 3-2, motion carried.
Wow.
Thank you very much. And next is the oral communication for non-agenda items. So I'd like to open for non-agenda items.
Mayor,
see the new gang of 3.
We wouldn't necessarily do this if it was important, but can we take just a real quick 2-minute break?
Okay. All right. Per request from city manager, why don't we go ahead and take 2 minutes to break? 2 minutes? That means we have to come back. Well, let's take 7 minutes. Let's come back at 5 by 12. Okay.
Great.
5 to 12.
Okay.
5 to 12.
Happy 4th of July. I know that the next time we meet again will be in August. So happy 4th and have a safe one. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank everyone who's come out for the last 2 meetings. I know that it's been very difficult for all of us, and I thank you.
Thank you, Councilmember West.
Mr. Mayor, may I go after Mr. Namquan, please?
Councilmember Nguyen. It is that comment from the City Council and agency member, including AB 1234 reform.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. First of all, I would like to take this opportunity to thank you, staff, and our PD that gone extra miles for, bring the good thing to the city, keep the city safe. And second thing, I would like to ask staff that on August the 14th, I would like to introduce a motion, a resolution to censure Mr. Mayor CHLO I. And all the details will be given on that day. Thank you.
All right. Okay, bring it on. Now, before we, I think we still have
Fan West. Okay, so I guess he needs a second?
No. I'm talking about the AB 1234 report. You said that you want to go after.
Yeah,
okay.
But if he motioned that, doesn't he need a second? No?
He's
No. It's just.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. He's letting me know, and we can talk about it tomorrow.
Okay, great. Thank you. First and foremost, I want to wish everyone a happy 4th of July. Thank you so much for tuning into our city council. And it's so evident, you guys know what's going to be like moving forward from now until November, what's going to be like the majority of the council. And we will continue to be silenced, but that's not going to stop us. We will continue to fight for your freedom, your family, and a way of life in the city of Westminster, in our District 1, and in District 4. With that being said, I just was very disappointed. It came to my attention recently, brought to my attention, and what was told to me and what I heard. I want to read my press release. This was brought to my attention by the community and media outlet recently this week. There was an e-bike incident that resulted in the death of a person in our city of Westminster. This lady who was on her way home, and she lost her life, and she left behind a daughter. And the daughter's 18 years old. She lost her dad at the beginning of this year due to health issue. And then she lost her mom just recently in our city, unfortunate event. And it was horrific. And I guess there was a GoFundMe money that was raised in a large amount to help this girl, because she doesn't speak English. She came to this United States just 4 months ago, and my heart just break, just hearing the story. Their family, people, relative, reach out to me as well, and they said that not even one penny was given to this little girl. And she's from Taiwan. She doesn't speak English. She's just here for 4 months. And it's very unfortunate because she was taking advantage with this GoFundMe account. It was raised in about $20,000-ish to help her to continue school. And she hasn't even received a penny. And when I heard about it, I was like, this is ridiculous that someone would take advantage of a girl who just lost her mom, lost her dad beginning of this year, and she has to grieve for that. And someone who would take advantage of this horrible situation that, she doesn't speak English, and they pretend to
Councilwoman, can I just caution you to be careful about things that might be said? I don't want to create any liability for yourself or for the city.
Well, the thing is that this is what was told to me, and I'm just reporting. And I'm going to hold a press conference tomorrow here at City Hall at 2:30 p.m. at the Council Chamber, 2800 Westminster Boulevard. And may I finish? Mr. Mayor?
I think that this is for a comment from the City Council, and it is a member that's related to the city.
That's my council
related
comment.
to the city, and also it's on AB 1234 report. I think I let you, go on with this item. I don't know it's related
I
to
have
this
two more sentences. May I just finish?
2 more sentences. Okay.
So the call to this meeting is to support this girl, to help her with her schooling to continue since she doesn't have family members here, and then to seek justice for the girl that's been taking advantage. Her money was stolen, she was harassed, and sadly this involved our Vice Mayor Kimberly Ho. Fraudulent activity. It is heartbreaking, unacceptable. We must seek justice for her.
I have to cut you off right here because you can't mention, because this is not an item that we are agendized for today.
No, it's my comments relate to the city.
I have to stop you right now because there is a potential, yes.
It's not defamation, we have proof.
So that's okay. But right now,
The girl will be there tomorrow.
I would caution you to.
Yeah, the girl will be there
City
tomorrow.
Manager, I just want to make sure that this is not coming from our city. And this is from Ms. West alone. So
yes.
if she gets sued, it is on her.
That's why I stopped her right
Yes,
now.
I just want a confirmation.
Proof and evidence that you
I
took
would like a confirmation
She will
on
be
that.
there
Right now,
tomorrow
okay?
to be a
I
witness.
asked you to refrain from it, okay?
You are solely responsible for what you
are
are
so
saying,
irresponsible.
right?
Take
I
advantage
asked
of
you
her.
one more time. This might.
She doesn't even
this
speak
might-
English.
It's potential.
Why didn't you give her money? I'm gonna
Mayor,
call GoFundMe to get money
okay,
for her.
Mayor, can we walk an item on?
Yes. Okay. All right.
For
So
potential
at this point
litigation.
here, before this, because I have it already, so it's ready. Okay. Before I adjourn the regular meeting, I want to remind you the meeting of the July 10 and July 24, 2024 have been canceled. The next regular meeting will be held on Wednesday, August 14, 2024 at 6 p.m. But before I adjourned this meeting, I was notified that there might be a potential litigation that we have to work on the item as of now so that we can discuss about it. It is potential litigation, and it is going to affect, we can wait further. So it is an urgency item, and I, as a mayor, I'd like to work it on. So I'd like to have the council agree with me on that so that we can go ahead and discuss that after we discuss the open closed section for the special meeting.
Mr. Mayor, may
I'm
I have a
sorry,
question.
this is my decision that I brought it in because it's potential litigation, and I have the right to bring in as an urgency item because it's danger to the lawsuit to the city, and I have made that decision. So
I have nothing against that, Mr.
the meeting
Mayor.
adjourned.
Mr. Mayor, I haven't finished.
Wait. We need a motion. I got a motion and a second. And
Mr. Mayor.
The motion is to bring the item, the urgency item, that because it's potential litigation.
So it's
staff, I just want to know that
open section or just closed section?
Well,
it's a closed session.
okay, staff, since what I brought up, I want to, on August 14, I want to censure Councilwoman Vice Mayor Kimberly Ho for her action.
Right. Okay.
So please craft that up.
Well, you don't have to. You don't have to do it right
we'll
now.
talk
You
about
still have
yes.
time
We'll talk about this
you still
tomorrow.
have time tomorrow. Yes, no problem. But at this point here, I move to work on the urgency item because this potential litigation that we have to discuss as soon as possible after the closed session. It is closed session, but it's after the closed session for the special meeting.
City Attorney, may you give us more information?
Let's do it before. I think it's first because it's the regular meeting.
Okay, so it's before the
special, because we're still on this regular meeting.
Yeah. So is there a second to that?
Yeah, I already did that.
Can you give us more detail of this litigation? What is?
I can't. It's in potential litigation.
Okay, motion on the floor.
I have a motion made by Mayor Nguyen, seconded by Councilmember Monzo. This is to walk on a closed session agenda item for potential litigation. I'll go ahead and call roll. Councilwoman Fan West?
No.
Councilmember Monzo?
Yes.
Councilmember Nguyen?
No.
Vice Mayor Ho?
Yes.
Mayor Nguyen?
Yes. Okay.
3-0, motion carried.
Just like every meeting before we recess. Hold on.
City Attorney, don't you need 4 to walk in an item?
It was 3-0, motion failed.
Yeah,
Okay,
motion failed.
thank you.
Motion failed.
So you need to adjourn this one now at this time so that we can then reconvene the special meeting.
For the other item.
But I think you still are in the middle of council comments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're done with council.
I think council comments are done, right?
Council comments are done.
So adjourn the regular meeting.
I just adjourn the meeting, the regular meeting until the August 14, 2024 at 6 p.m.
Yes.
Now we can, I will open up for the closed session for the special meeting. And with that, do we need to open up for the public comment? Yes.
Yes, it is the same issues
Right,
before we
same
took the
issue.
motion on.
So at this time, I would like to open for the public comments for the closed session for the special meeting.
Mayor, before we move forward with oral communications, if I could do roll really quick. Mayor Nguyen?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Ho? This is just roll call for the special meeting.
Roll call. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yes.
Councilwoman Fan West?
Yes.
Councilmember Monzo?
Here.
Councilmember Nguyen?
I'm here.
Mayor, you have a quorum with all members present.
Okay.
Now we'll move over to...
Mr. Mayor, may I ask? I just want to clarify that oral communication going to stick with the topic, right?
No, because City Attorney, go ahead and answer that.
Yeah, this relates to the closed session of potential litigation, which was on yesterday's meeting and is on today's meeting again. The council previously voted to allow public comment.
So the public comment going to be related to the topic.
Related to that topic, however, nobody knows
that's
what the topic is.
That's what I want to clarify.
Yeah.
So we come back for public comments?
It's public comment about the anticipated potential litigation item.
Potential litigation that we are not naming of any specific.
I have one speaker, Terry Raines.
Thank you. I do want to speak on this because I have to realize that because you chose not to come to the special meeting for the closed session that was arranged on June 4th, because you were absent, the mayor wants to hear your input on whatever this litigation is. Mr. Mayor, with all the respect in the world, we have to conduct our business based on whoever's present and paying attention, and they vote. If they choose to not attend the special closed session or any other meeting item, you vote and you move on. That's just the way it works, and they like it or not. So, but I understand you wanting to do this, and it's just, even this whole last discussion, which I'm not going to get into, but about the walking on a closed session item, and I saw all that going on while you were at break, so I guess there's something going on. But again, these two need to stay present at the meetings. When we speak, you saw tonight, they walked right out. The same with the closed session. She confirmed she would be there on June 4th. And then she decided she couldn't come. She couldn't get her beauty sleep, I guess, or whatever reasons. We can't keep conducting business around the problem council members. We have to move forward on all items on the agenda. We have to stick to policy and procedure and law. And Mr. City Attorney, I asked you yesterday that I am going to start now demanding that your agenda item descriptions for closed session items include that last section of facts and circumstances 1 through 5. You need to put for each one which one of those applies. If it's the one that you don't know, a plaintiff doesn't know, okay, great. You don't have to disclose anything. But the other 4 items, upon request, you must disclose the facts and circumstances in general terms. And you have not done that. You had the wrong agenda description for a potential litigation that was to initiate litigation, but the description you used on the agenda was that it was going to be against the city. Then you announced at a closed session that we voted to initiate litigation. That, as the role of city attorney, it is your job to keep all of this on track, especially when it has to do with lawsuits or potential litigation, because we certainly don't want to have anybody come in and cite that you didn't agendize something properly. So I'm hereby requesting the facts and circumstances for this case to be disclosed before you go in tonight. Thank you.
Mayor, we have no further speakers.
Okay. We are about to go into a closed session for the special meeting. Though I have concern that I want to ask the city mayor. Please don't laugh. It's a serious matter. It's a potential litigation to the city. And I can't work on the item because we don't have 4 votes. I understand that. I respect that. But as a role as a mayor, I can call for special meeting. I don't need any. Because of the matter that is concerned to the city, I like to call the special meeting after the closed session item for the special meeting.
But Mayor, if that was so,
I can. Wait. Hold on. I can do that, right? No.
You need 24-hour notice.
I don't think so.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. So we're clear. With that, I am concerned. I just expressed my concern for the city that we don't have that item work on, and its potential litigation to the city, which we can't. I don't know what to do. I don't know. If my hands are tight right now, and I'll be out of country tomorrow. So I'm not going.
If it's a concern to the city, perhaps we can plead to the other two to maybe give. Maybe we can ask
why we're breaking protocol.
It's very concerning to the city. So I ask if the council will reconsider that, because I'm not asking it just so that we can hold a meeting. We're tired. Okay, I'm tired. I'll be out of the country tomorrow too. So, but I can't let the city go on.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do.
Yeah, the city manager makes a good point. We've already adjourned the regular meeting, and now we're in the special meeting. So really, the earliest we could address it would be to call a special meeting in 24 hours, something like that.
Okay. All right. So we recess for the closed session for the special meeting now. Yeah.
If that is so, would you like to call a special meeting now for 24 hours from now? If you delay any longer, I can tell you I'll be out of town on Friday.
Because I told you I'll be out of town tomorrow. I'm flying out country tomorrow already. So, by noon I'm out of here. So I don't know what to do. I really don't know what to do. Then
I think city manager and city attorney say we already closed the session, so we go into closed session.
So right now, adjourn the meeting.
Okay.
Adjourn already. Want to be here to talk about it? Or?
So let's recess for the closed session for the special meeting right now.